Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Superior Dome in Marquette for the 15th annual UP Football All-Star Game. Tyler Young and Bob Netto along with you here today, and it should be a good one. As it has been for the last 5 years or so, it is a draft format. That started back for the 10th anniversary. They thought it was just going to be a one-off thing, and they decided, nope, they're going to do it every year since then because it was so popular, and it's been a lot of fun to follow these last few years. And well, Bob, we should have a good one here this year. We got pretty even teams when you look at it. One thing that stands out, though, is the entire Red Team coaching staff is from Menominee.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever had that happen before.
It's an interesting little wrinkle, I guess. And one thing to keep in mind with that is it was a draft format with a little exception that there was an agreement reached before the draft that the Red Team, coached by the Menominee coaches, would get all the Menominee players in the draft, and the Black Team, which has the head coach, the former head coach of the Hematites, George Nemi, Jeff Olson, of course, and Gavin Sundberg in there too, and the Westwood coaches, Scott Sergila and Brad Wilginen, they got the Westwood players.
And Eli Wolf.
Right.
Who's the new head coach at Westwood.
So, I mean, the agreement before the draft was we're going to get to coach our guys one last time. And I think that's a nice thing because it is an all-star game, and I do like the draft and that anything could happen, but at the same time, this is, for a lot of these players, the last football game they're going to play because not all of them are going on to play in college, and one last outing with their coaches that have been with them for the last 3 or 4 years is always nice to have that. Should be a good one here today. The players are being introduced right now. We'll have kickoff for you at about 1:20 or so, following the player intros whenever that should come about. But, yeah, we got a good game on the way for you here. This game brought to you by the Elder Agency in Marquette. It's the area's only full-service insurance and real estate provider. Learn more at elderagency.com. And for John's Auto, West Washington in Marquette. John's Auto, see for yourself why they've been the #1 place to purchase a pre-owned vehicle for 15 years in a row. John's Auto, West Washington, and online at johnsauto.net. We've got more of the pregame on the way here in a few minutes. We'll hear from Jeff Olson, one of the assistants for the Black Team. That's on the way. You're listening to the UP Football All-Star Game. That's Jeff Olson with Luke Giardi on Media Day, which was Tuesday of this All-Star Week, and it is really an All-Star Week. They have kids camp. I think they did that Thursday. They had a skills competition, all that great stuff. But good to hear from Jeff Olson. He's been involved in this game for a number of years now. And even though he's not the head coach of the Hematites anymore, I think he's probably earned a spot coaching in this game for as long as he would like it at this point. So good to hear from him. And yeah, we approach kickoff. Like I said, should be a good game. You look at the two teams, they're very evenly matched as you get with the draft. The skill positions are, I mean, it's hard to pick. Obviously, you got the two Westwood players, Zach Carlson, Zach Beckman on the black team. They're going to be very good. Austin Riddle is on the other side of that on the red team. He'll be the quarterback. But we're going to take a break here for the national anthem and come back with more from the UP Football All-Star Game. Back at the Superior Dome in Marquette, getting set for the kickoff of the UP Football All-Star Game this year, the 15th annual. Tyler Young and Bob Netto along with you here today, and well, we got a good game on the way. The red team won the toss. They have elected to receive, so we'll see them take the field and ideally get the first offensive possession. We'll see how the kickoff goes.
By the way, the officials from all over the place today: John Holberg, Mark Giannunzio, Blaine Barabbas, Eric Danielson, Randy Ravelski, Mark Delangelo, Charlie Morrison, and Gary Lofholm.
Those are, I mean, if you follow UP football and you go to a lot of the games, there are some of the names that you'll remember from games around here, but like you said, they're from all over.
Yeah, several from Iron Mountain and several from the Marquette County area too.
Looks like back for the red team to receive in this game will be Toby Wilcox of Kingsford and Desmond Mullen of Marquette. They're going to line up right at about the 7-yard line. And handling the kicking duties for the black team, placing the ball on the tee, will be Jesse Duran of Munising. We're about set to go here. 15 minutes on the clock for the first quarter. Duran raises his hand and is set to kick this one away. Here's the whistle, the run up and the boot. It's a high one, not terribly long, fielded at about the 24-yard line. And a run up the middle, bouncing off defender, still on his feet across the 40 and pushing to the 45. Finally brought down there was Cade Lesperance of Menominee, but a great return from a man that's not necessarily known as a returner. And that's going to get things going here in the Dome.
Yeah, about 20 yards on the return.
And like I said, not a guy that is necessarily used to being the return man. Got a good push there, and he just kept his legs moving.
Yeah, well, he looked like he might have made a good fullback if he didn't play that.
So the red team going to take over on offense right at the 45-yard line. As soon as they get the chain set, they're going the wrong way there on the opposite side of the field. Hey, it's
the first game of the year for everybody almost.
It is. Well, it's one of the weird ones.
Except the players.
Except the players. They're the ones that have gotten practice in. Under center, Cam Kelly of Gladstone for the red team. He'll be sharing duties with Austin, or rather not Austin Riddle. Or I think he will be sharing with Austin Riddle. Meanwhile, a pitch left. Wilcox got out to about the 49, so gain of 4 on that play. Decent carry over to the left, and it's going to be 2nd down and 6. That's one of the questions in this game is, especially for the red team, you've got Cam Kelly, you've got Austin Riddle, two guys that know how to throw the football. You've got some decent receivers too in Justin Jermu. Aiden Belisle could come out of the backfield at some point, but Kelly will go under center again. 2 men set behind him. And a man in motion left to right. Kelly takes the snap, rolls out to the right, puts it in the air, caught right side, first down, and along the sideline goes Justin Jermu of Marquette, finally pushed out at about the 21.
$30-yard gain on the play for Justin Jermu.
They'll put him down at the 23, but a nice catch from Jermu on the right side. Good pass from Kelly as well. And the red team on the march, 14:03 to go here in the opening quarter. And already they can smell the end zone. Same set, Kelly under center with 1 man wide to the right. In motion goes Jermu to the right side. Kelly looking to pass, this time over the middle. A long one, going to be too long. Over the head of Cooper Conway of Menominee. Conway was double covered, starting to get out of that coverage, but didn't quite get there. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10. And for the red team today, you wouldn't be surprised that to see alternating possessions under center for their quarterbacks. Cam Kelly taking the first one. I bet we'll see Austin Riddle the next time around. They're getting ready again. Jermu in motion to the right. Kelly pitches out. And right away, back to the 30, tackled is Toby Wilcox of Kingsford. Two men got right to him.
He never had a chance.
Chance Bridgers of Hancock is one of those two players from the black team, but like you said, no opportunity for advancement now, and it's going to be third down.
Loss of play of 9 yards.
Actually, 3rd and 17, so a loss of 7, I think, on that play.
Okay.
Now they're going to spread the offense out. Kelly in the pistol formation. 2 left, 2 right. Cam Kelly takes the snap, bobbles it. It's on the ground. He's able to corral it, but he's tackled for another loss. Back at the 37, or the 36 rather, but man, not how you wanted that one to go. Just right through his hands. Kelly couldn't control the snap, and it's 4th and 17 now.
Well, you wonder if the center and the quarterback had the snap count exactly right on that one.
Yeah, well, that's another thing with this game. You get 1 week to practice with everyone, so it's sometimes you don't mesh necessarily as much as you'd like to. 4th and 22 upcoming for the red team, and the same spread offense here. It's Kelly with Wilcox to his left. In motion goes Conway to the right. Kelly takes the snap, looks, throws, and over the hands of a leaping Dustin Lofink. Or excuse me, that was Justin Jermu, not Lofink, but either way, couldn't quite control it. And that'll turn the ball over on downs to the black team. We'll see their offense for the first time here today. 1st and 10 at their own 36. 12:21 to go here in the opening quarter at the UP Football All-Star Game. This game brought to you by True North Credit Union. Saving money and reaching goals is a priority. Let True North Credit Union help you get more for your money this year. Discover more toll-free at 877-694-2328. True North Credit Union is an equal housing lender in Ishpeming and Marquette. Black team coming out and a shotgun formation for them. 1 man wide to the left. And a timeout called by the black team right away. They weren't ready. It was Zach Beckman of Westwood at quarterback. I don't think he seemed to agree with some of his receivers out there, and we got a timeout called by the black team already.
12:21 to go in the first quarter. No score.
And never how you want to start your first offensive possession with a timeout before you run a play, but we'll see how it goes. George Nemi he's the head coach of the black team today, wasn't happy with what he saw, so they'll talk things over and get ready again. We'll tell you this game is brought to you by Peninsula Glass, the only locally owned and operated glass repair replacement shop in the area, specializing in auto, residential, and heavy equipment. Visit Peninsula Glass and Autosales.com. Well, black team hopes they have what they want out there right now. We'll see as Beckman gets set in a shotgun formation again. It's 1st and 10 from the 36. Black team with their first possession yet to run a play. Beckman takes the snap. It is fake handoff, rolls left, throws. It's going to be caught. First down and more across midfield down to the 41-yard line.
To number 2.
And that's Zach Carlson of Westwood. Well, I guess I should have guessed that. Who's Beckman going to throw his first pass to? The guy that he threw a lot of passes to this past year.
Down at the 41-yard line. 23 yards on the catch.
Beckman this season for Westwood was 49 of 84, 1,013 yards, 21 total touchdowns on the season. And that's just in the air. Beckman set once again. This time they're going to flip the formation, though. The wide out is on the right side. One slot receiver as well. Beckman takes the snap, hurls it right. That one's going to be caught by Carlson, or not Carlson. Spun down is Owen Beauchamp of Marquette. Gained about 7 yards on the pass, and it's going to be second down. They'll give him 8, so 2nd and 2. Out to the 33-yard line. Black team not wasting a whole lot of time on offense themselves. Saw the red team do well early, but was forced to turn the ball over on downs after a couple of losses. See if the red defense can get a similar stop here. I don't know, though. I think Beckman's going to be pretty comfortable in this game at quarterback.
No, and he's comfortable running the ball, too.
Well, he's ready again, and one man to his right, one receiver to the right side of the line. Beckman, the snap goes between them. It's going to be chased down, picked up at the 45, and no advancement, much advancement anyway from there. Picked up by Dryden Nelson at Calumet, but that is a costly error. Man, that's again one of those things. So if you've got two backs and each one thinks the other one's going to get the snap.
Yeah, well, it's like a big V, one going one way, one going the other way.
And it's odd because it seemed like Nelson was to the right of Beckman as a runner or a blocker, not as somebody that was going to get a snap. I thought it was just a standard shotgun formation where Beckman was the quarterback, but apparently he didn't seem to think so, because I don't think he made much of an effort to take that snap at all. That all leads to a 3rd and 19 here for the black team. Beckman alone in the shotgun. A low snap between his legs, and they got a whistle, and a penalty flag flies. A false start called now on the black team. So that actually...
that helps him.
That will help him, because...
they only lose 5.
They'll lose 5. If Beckman had gone back and picked that ball up like he was going to, he didn't have many options. He would have lost maybe about 10, but the false start called on the black team, and it'll be 3rd and 24 this time. Well, early on, not one of the cleaner starts we've seen to an all-star game, but
each team has picked up a first down and then started marching backwards.
They're down a long way to go here. Beckman getting set. Nelson in motion over to the right side. That snap, it's low, it's fumbled. Picked up, though, by Beckman. Throw over the center, and it is incomplete. What a defensive play there. Number 14, Trevor Lippens of the red team, went up and saved a long gain and potentially a touchdown. Lippens high-pointed that one and knocked it away.
Looks like the punting unit will come on for the black team.
And looks like Desmond Mullen going to go back for the red team and get ready to receive the kick. 10:08 remaining here in the first quarter. No score in the UP football all-star game, the black team and the red team. 4th and 24 for the black side, and they're going to have to kick this one away unless we see some trickery, which being an all-star game, you might well. Snap, and a penalty coming this time. False start on the black team, backs him up another 5. Dryden Nelson at Calumet is the one that's going to be booting this one away, but some movement up front will delay that by a couple seconds. Now 4th and 29, not that it's relevant. Now we got an offside penalty on the red team. We will get this punt off eventually.
Neutral zone encroachment.
So they'll bring him back. So it's 4th and 24 once again.
It's their first penalty for 5 yards.
There's the snap, looks clean from here. Nelson with a kick, decent one, end over end, gonna bounce at the 27 and just kind of die there. Rolls a little bit, but it is gonna be down by the black team at the 23. That's where the red team will take over once again. 9:54 to go in the opening quarter of the UP football all-star game. No score. This game brought to you by Super One Foods Marquette and Nagana, your hometown grocery stores. Save at Super One Foods right in your neighborhood today. Also this one for quality car care. Marquette County's only AAA approved auto repair facility with master certified technicians with over 75 years combined experience.
32 yards on the punt for Dryden Nelson. And the red team will start at its own 23-yard line.
And just as I thought, Austin Riddle taking the snaps this time. He's in shotgun formation. Riddle of Marquette, one of two players that was considered for the Player of the Year in the UP. Riddle throws it left side. That's going to be caught, but not much else happening for Justin Jermu. And red team going to lose about 5 yards or so back to the 18. Well, the offenses have been momentarily good so far in this game, but
yeah.
Other than a couple of those moments, we've seen the defenses do pretty well. And I think that's probably one of those truths. If you have a week to work together, your defense is probably going to look better than your offense does. Riddle takes the snap. He's in trouble now, scrambling, running up the center. He's brought down back up to the 20. So he gained about 3 yards on that play, 2 or 3 yards, but that's as far as he's going to get. That looked like another one of those just weird-looking plays.
Yeah, that's not the way it was drawn up for certain.
So 3rd down and 14 on the way for the red team here at the Dome.
But I bet you these guys didn't get their playbooks ahead of time.
No, I don't think so. I think at least for the red team, or for the black team rather, it was a combined effort. The red team, having all their coaches from Menominee, might well have had an idea beforehand. Riddle takes the snap, looks, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete there. Jermu not quite able to catch up to it. A decent throw, and Jermu maybe had a step on his defender, but it was about 5 yards in front of him, the throw. And it's incomplete. 4th down and 14 coming up, and now the red team will take their turn at punting this one away. Back for the black team is Owen Beauchamp of Marquette and Deshaun Allen of Lawns. Both potential returners. There's the snap, and the punt is away. It's a decent one again, end over end, but Beauchamp lets it go by, and it's down by the red team at about the 37. That's one that might have been better served letting it go. There's a lot of spin on the ball after it hit the ground, but Alex Nazer of North Central just was streaking down the field and caught it. So 1st and 10 from the 38. For the black team now, still no score in the All-Star game. 8:13 to go in the first quarter. And by the way, we do play full 15-minute quarters rather than the 12 you see in high school football. For a lot of these players, the final game they will play of organized football. So I think they're probably happy to get the extra 3 minutes a quarter. Black team ready to go again, and it's Carlson to the right of Nelson, who takes the snap. Dryden Nelson looking now, runs it right, decent blocking, shoved out of bounds at the 47.
And it looked like he got hit out of bounds, but I don't see any flag.
No, I think they might be letting him go a little bit in this one. It's a tough one on that play too, because he was pushed out by a lot of different players, and you might have a guy fall down and get an extra step in there and go down. But 2nd and 2 coming up after the gain of 8. 8:06 to go in the opening quarter. Black team going under center for that minute. Oh, a bad snap. Just had to leap on that one, did the quarterback. Jacob Davey from Sault Ste. Marie. Good heads-up play to get on the ball, but not how you wanted that one to go, and it's 3rd and 2.
They only lost a little over a yard.
I don't know if they lost. Did they lose anything? They haven't moved the chains.
Well,
it was close. It was one of those that the snap was bad right away.
It was a very short 2 before. Now it's a long 2.
We're still in that range, though. It's 2-ish. Davey under center this time, hoping for a cleaner exchange on the third down play. He gets it, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, looking. Now he's got to take it down and run it. He throws one in desperation, nearly intercepted. It's incomplete, but he's lucky that did fall. There was a defender that almost dove and grabbed it. Davey, though, was out of options at that point. He was just about at the sideline, had a defender bearing down on him, and he thought, well, I'll just heave this one. Incomplete, though. 4th down and 2 now at their own 47 for the black team. 7:14 to go in quarter number 1. See what George Nemi sends out to his offense here. Davey setting the pistol with a man right behind him. Takes the snap, looks to pass, throws. It's going to be caught. Staying in bounds, 1st down and a little bit more. Owen Beauchamp of Marquette with the grab. He got out to the 43 on the opposite side of the field, and that's a 1st down. Keeps the black team's hopes alive. Nice job there, and a good throw from Jacob Davey of the Sioux. This game brought to you by First Bank. 9 locations and online at first-bank.com. First Bank is ready to help you with your game plan. Visit their Marquette or Ishpeming locations. First Bank, member FDIC. Looks like Carlson back taking the snaps for the black team now in the shotgun. Actually, it's going to be Nelson that grabs that one, runs to his left. He gets through the defenders. He's got room. A foot race. He'll get in. Touchdown, black team. Dryden Nelson, 43-yard carry on the left side, and the first score goes to the black team in the All-Star game in 2022.
6:56 mark of the first quarter.
That was one. Nelson on the left looked like he was going to be pushed out of bounds or grabbed or something, but he made it through a host of tacklers, and once he saw daylight, there was no going back. 6-0 for the black team. Now they'll attempt the extra point. That's one that I don't believe the red team is allowed to try to block it. There are a couple of rules that are unique to this game. We talked about the 15-minute quarters. I don't believe you can block kicks. No blitzes allowed. That's a safety issue. And then one of the other ones that is in place, you cannot play zone defense, has to be man-to-man.
I'm not sure they can go for 2 points either.
Well, I guess you can block a kick because this one is blocked. I think, well, Zach Beckman of Westwood is protesting this, and I think they're going to redo this. Todd Goldbeck, the organizer of the game, is coming out and saying, hang on a minute, we got to redo that. You cannot block a field goal or extra point. So we had that right. The red team was not aware, apparently, but they're going to do that one over.
Or they wanted to see how far the rules went.
I guess you might as well try it once, see if you get away with it. But
yeah,
they had official talking to one of the red team players, telling him, well, we're going to do this again, and here's why. And the way the red team got through, I think the offensive line for the black team was not expecting to be rushed. So we'll try it again. There's the snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So 7-0 black team in the lead, 6:56 to go in quarter 1 after a redo of the extra point because of a rules violation. I think it was unintentional, but
Jesse Duran with the kick.
And now, yeah, Todd Goldbeck's going to the sideline of the red team, telling him that, yeah, you can't quite block the kicks there. That's been a rule for as long as I've been doing these games. And for Joe Noah and his coaching staff, I don't know if it was something they forgot or something they just thought, well, let's try it once. But I think everything's smoothed over now, and we'll...
Yeah, this is the 11th game I've done.
This will be the third or fourth one I've done with you, because it was you and Mike Plord before.
Yeah, and there was one year that they didn't have the game.
That's right. That was 2020 was the COVID year.
2 years ago.
So I think this will be my third, if I remember right. Is it bad that I don't remember that? Maybe a little. Anyway, red team going to get the ball back again, down 7-0 to the black team. Here's the run up and the kick. This one, longer line drive kick, fielded at the 15-yard line. And on his way upfield is Toby Wilcox of Kingsford, brought down at the 27. And that's where the red team will start their offensive series here. First and 10 for the red side at the 27, their own 27. Looking to answer here after giving up the touchdown that was scored by Dryden Nelson at Calumet. Cam Kelly of Gladstone is set in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to either side of the line and 1 man next to him. Snap taken. Kelly runs it himself up the middle. He's going to gain a couple of yards, but that's it. Up to the 30.
Yeah, give him 1.
Or is it a long one?
Well, it's a little more than 1.
1 or 2.
Yeah, he gets 2 yards once you see where the ball is, and he bounced a little bit. I think they gave him extra credit.
Well, we'll see if they do it this time. Kelly, again, he says something to Austin Riddle next to him. Now Kelly takes the snap. He'll run it and hit right away. Got a yard out of it, but a great tackle there made by Caden Zapolnik of Houghton. And he just lowered the shoulder right into the chest, and Kelly had his momentum stopped abruptly. 3rd down and 7 to go, 5:43 to go in the first quarter here at the Dome.
You should remember that a lot of these players play 8-man football, so this is a different game for them today.
2 wideouts either side now once again, and Kelly ready to take the snap. Jermu goes in motion to the right side. Kelly took it. Now looking to throw. Goes over the middle. It is caught. What a catch. First down all the way to the 45. John Hansen from Gladstone went up and got it. And a great gain for the red team. Actually, they're going to be, you want to talk about being generous, they got him at the 42.
Yeah, that's the second first down of the game for the red team.
And probably the flashiest so far.
27 yards.
And 1st and 10 for the red side, 42-yard line. They'll line up again. Same formation, why not? It worked just now. Kelly is ready, a man in motion right to left. Kelly with a handoff to Wilcox, running it left side. Now Wilcox trying to find a seam. He is eventually taken down out of bounds.
Gets down to the 35, I think.
Yeah, you are right. It was a good run. He found space where there wasn't a whole lot there, but not able to get much more. So 2nd down, about 4 to go.
It's his 3rd carry, total of 4 yards so far.
For the red team, Kelly taking the snaps, and he's got Mullen to his right. Jermu, motion to the right side. Kelly takes the snap, rolls right, nearly taken down. He's got some room down, throws. It is caught that time. Jermu with it. He's got space. Running left and a touchdown. Red team answers. Justin Jermu with a touchdown reception, and it's 7-6 pending the extra point. But we've got a flag here behind the touchdown. There was contact between a blocker and one of the.
We may have a blindside block or something here. No, it's blocking the back.
And so this one's coming back.
It looks like the penalty's at around the 20.
That's a tough one. I saw saw contact over there, but I wasn't sure if it was penalizable or not. Apparently it is. And
all right, they moved it back from the 15 to the 25.
So they'll try it again. It is a 1st down for the red team. So 1st and 10 from the 25. But it takes the points off the board. Under 5 to go here in the first quarter. Red team looked to have answered, but the penalty negates that. Cam Kelly takes the snap in the shotgun. Heaves one left side. It's in the air. It is caught. What a touchdown for the red team. Coming right back to it. Aiden Belisle of Menominee making his first impact in the game. Kelly just lofted that one to his left, and Belisle tracked it down to the back of the end zone. Put the points back up there, 7-6. And we'll see if the red team can tie it up with the extra point. Toby Wilcox of Kingsford set to attempt the PAT. Well, in a moment anyway, they got to get one more player out there for the red side. Now I think they're ready to go. Wilcox runs up, kick is up, kick is good. And we're tied at 7 here in the first quarter. 4:49 to go. The black team and the red team all knotted up for this game, brought to you by True North Credit Union. Great rates, great people, great service. Discover the advantages of working with True North Credit Union, member SIPC. Also this one for Toddix Econo Foods for fresh savings now. Shop Toddix Econo Foods, home of the Moore Card, a proud sponsor of local high school sports, and for Northland Lawn, Sport, and Equipment. Huge savings on tractors from now till September. Get yourself into that John Deere. Northland Lawn, Sport, and Equipment, US 41 in Negaunee.
I was about to say before that play that Cooper Conway had been lining up in the slot for a couple plays in a row, and I thought they might be going to him. And
well, hey, it wouldn't have been a bad option, to be fair. But I think Aiden Belisle was going to get his opportunity sooner or later. And I'm not surprised to see it being sooner.
Well, last year we had a great Marquette receiver here.
Cam Karp, yeah.
Cam Karp, who I think, 4 touchdowns or something?
Something like that, yeah. And it was before the game. That was kind of the thinking was before the draft rather, whichever team ended up with Cam Karp was going to have a pretty decent advantage. And that ended up being the case. I believe his team won that game 38-26.
Well, it took the red team 2 minutes and 7 seconds to come back from their 7-0 deficit to tie the game up.
Now we got a little squib kick on the ground from the red team, but the black team still loose and falling on for the black team.
Number 74.
Ben Tampus from Lake Linden-Hubble. Just a smart move by him not to try to do anything fancy. Keep the possession. Black team gets their offense back out there. Ball will be placed at the 31-yard line, or maybe right at the 30. Yeah, right at the 30, so 1st and 10 with 4:46 to go in the first. Well, we'll see if they can put themselves back on top here as they come to the line. Looks like Jacob Davey of the Sioux ready to receive the snap. Davey gets it, fake jet sweep. Now he'll run it left side, pushing up the center out to the 35. And that's where he'll be stopped. Decent push there from Davey. Black team looks so far like they've been after every play rotating in either a new quarterback or a new running back, and I think that's how they're getting the plays in from George Nemi, the head coach.
It's also a good way to give those guys a little bit of a rest in this warm dome today.
Yeah, this is one of the added challenges of playing a football game in the dome in the middle of the summer is it's going to be a warm one. I remember probably 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago even, there's a lot of cramping going on around the fourth quarter. But Davey's back in now for the black team. 2nd and 5. He takes the snap, kind of bobbled, ends up now a run up the middle. Now some space. It's Luke Olson of Westwood. Gets the first down across the 45 to the 46.
A couple of guys bumped into each other in the backfield before that play got going.
Or excuse me, that was not Olson, that was Beauchamp of Marquette. Similar number, similar helmet, so it's tough to see him once in a while here, but a good run, and it's 1st and 10 from their own 47. The black team moving the ball, nothing crazy yet, but they're getting the ball upfield. 3:16 and counting here in the first quarter, tied at 7 between the black team and the red team in the UP football all-star game, 15th annual.
17 yards on that last play.
Good push there from Beauchamp too. Now Davies under center. Davey takes the snap, drops back to pass. Over the center, it's in the air, it is incomplete. I don't think any of the receivers ever saw it.
Well, I also think that the quarterback was so bothered as he was throwing it that his arm may have been hit as he released it.
Desmond Mullen was the defender on that play, and he's going back and forth with Owen Beauchamp. They were teammates in high school. Beauchamp was, I think he was telling him, "You hooked my arm there." I don't think they came to an agreement, but it'll be 2nd and 10. That's another aspect of this game that I love, too, is that you get players that have played 4 years, even more than 4 years a lot of the time. They go back to Pop Warner, played together on the same teams, and now they got to play against each other. Actually,
no, they haven't done that since they were playing alley ball when they were 6, 7 years old.
2nd and 10 for the black team, and Davey rolls left to pass. Stops, puts it in the air. It is too far, incomplete. That one was overthrown by a good 5 or 6 yards. I think Tim McKissick of Forest Park was the intended receiver. Now going back to the teammates playing each other in the what year would that have been? 2019 game maybe. It was one of the players I talked to at Media Day was Logan Krulik. And he played for Ishpeming. He said one of the things he's looking forward to most is the first time he gets to hit Gavin Sundberg, who was his quarterback. He said, I could never hit him in practice. They didn't allow me to. Now I can, and I can't wait. 3rd and 10 for the black team. Snap taken, Beckman looking, and the shotgun throws it over center. It is overthrown. Once again, that one intended for Dryden Nelson of Calumet. Brings up 4th down. And at their own 47, with 10 to go, the black team will bring on the punting unit. Well, that drive looked promising for a while, but just kind of fizzled out. Couldn't get much going in the air with it, and now they got to kick it away to the red team. Nelson of Calumet set to kick it away. And Mullen from Marquette to receive.
Low snap.
Good recovery and a good kick, though. Fielded, well, just kind of roughly fielded by Mullen at the 25. He gets it up to the 40. Good recovery there after not fielding the snap or fielding the kick very well. So the red team begins their drive on the 40. They bring the offense out, looking to go ahead here for the first time in this game. 7-7 is the score, 2:23 left in the first quarter. Like you mentioned earlier, a good crowd on hand, people from all over the UP. I think you said West Iron County brought a fan bus.
And considering they forfeited most of their games last year, I figure their coach must be retiring or something.
This one going to be...
I hope I'm not making news.
I don't think you are. I feel like I heard that at some point. There was a run up the middle there, didn't get anywhere. And it's 2nd down and maybe a loss of a yard.
Loss of a foot anyway.
Yeah, not much there.
Length of a football. And who ran? I never saw them unpile.
Well, it's hard to tell when you're trying to get people out, especially if it's run up the middle and it doesn't get anywhere. You get a lot of bodies. I formation, though, and snap taken by Riddle, and then overthrows his receiver. That was intended for Kip Kangas from Calumet.
Yeah, he didn't need to throw that one that hard.
No, he just, Kangas on a route straight toward the sideline, and Riddle put it into the team bench.
Yeah, he got it there before the receiver was looking for it.
3rd down and 11 now for the red team. By the way, Mike Baruti of West Iron County, I mean, he's been coaching for years and years, so it wouldn't surprise me if this is either his final coaching position, or maybe this will be a similar thing to Jeff Olson, where he coaches one game a year, and it's this one. 3rd and 11, red team. Riddle takes the snap, throws it left. He's got a target, but it's intercepted. No, it's dropped.
Almost intercepted.
Well, by all rights, I think it should have been. Marcus Bose of Westwood, who was a great defensive player this past season, had it in his hands, but as he came to the ground, he couldn't keep control of it. And he's not going to be happy with himself after that one. He knows that should have been an interception. Either way, 4th down and 11 to go. Minute 36 left here in the first quarter. Red team going to punt this one away to the black side. And Owen Beauchamp and Deshaun Allen back to receive.
And they calling for another player here, or what?
I'm not sure. They're calling for something. Yeah, they are. So making his way late onto the field is Aiden Belisle of Menominee, which if you're the black team might give you a little bit of pause. Cam Kelly.
You allowed to fake a punt? You're not allowed to block a kick, but are you allowed to fake a punt?
We might find out. Kelly takes the snap. We won't find out. This one is going to be off the foot of Cam Kelly. Fielded, well, bounces a couple of times, and black team just going to kind of let it go. Eventually down at the 19.
See if they put it at the 20.
Or are they going to say it touched somebody? I think it might have hit someone's leg on the way by. So they're going to put this one at the 22 or 23.
Yeah, well, I was going to say they lost a few yards when they could have downed it, but it's going on at the 23.
I think that might have caught a leg as it went by. One of the red team players was down there early and tried to get out of the way, but he didn't.
Minute 22 to go in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 7 apiece, red and black.
We've had a good game so far. It's been sloppy at times, but it's been a lot of fun to watch. I'll tell you that much. Black team set in the I formation.
Beckman at quarterback.
He's going to take it, pitch it out left side, and not much doing there, a loss of a few yards. I see the idea, but Dryden Nelson of Calumet had nowhere to go. And in the end, only going to lose one, but good defense from the red team. They got right to Beckman. He was forced to pitch it out, and then they did the same with Nelson. No room at all. Under a minute now in the first quarter of the UP football all-star game. Second down and 11 from their own 22 for the black team. Zach Beckman set. Pistol formation with a man behind him. He takes the snap. He'll keep it himself on the fake handoff. Running up the middle. Cuts it right now. Up to the 30. Flag flies. He gets out to the 30. But a flag on the play might bring it back.
That's in the vicinity of holding. By the way, if you hear the the PA announcer in the background, that's Mike Lyons, now of Stevenson, but a good friend of many people in Marquette County.
And it'll be a face mask penalty on the red team.
Well, that'll be added to the end of the run.
And they will march that off right now. Only a 5-yard face mask, though.
So he had gained 8 yards on the play.
got to the 30, and now he's at now they're at the 35 by virtue of the penalty. So 1st and 10 from the 35 for the black team now. Clock ticks down. They may not get another play in before the end of the quarter, and I think that's the call from George Nemi on the sideline. Let's let this one run out, and that they will. First quarter in the books here at the UP Football All-Star Game, tied at 7 between the black team and the red team. We'll take a break and come back with a second. Stick around. You're listening to the UP Football All-Star Game. To 7 after the first quarter. It's been a lot of fun to watch here, and if you're listening to this one, you're in the vicinity of the Dome, come on down. I think it's only $7 to get in. It's been a show. A lot of offense. There've been some kind of spotty parts in there with the with snap control and maybe some less than prime handling, but that's how it goes when you got a week to practice together. Like I said, though, a lot of fun so far. By the way, we got word from Luke Giardi. He texted in the Westwood, new head coach of Westwood is Jake Wolf, not Eli Wolf.
Sorry. Thank you.
Glad you, because I wouldn't have caught that. That just kind of went in one ear out the other. But yeah, Jake Wolf, the new head coach for Westwood, not Eli Wolf. But
and Eli, but I do believe Eli is an assistant then.
I think you're right about that. He's here today anyway, assisting with the black team. They have the football right now, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Thank you, Luke.
Snap taken by Beckman, chased down and wrapped up around the hips. Get the throw off though, and across the 50-yard line is the reception by Dryden Nelson. Not sure how he even threw that one. He had a defender hanging off him. Lucas Maxon of Iron Mountain chased him down and was about to spin him to the ground, but Beckman got the pass off. He's across midfield, and it's a 1st down for the black team. Good way to start the second quarter.
15-yard reception.
George Nemi gets the play out to his team. That's one thing about George, is that when he's yelling something out to players that are on the field, we can hear him up here. He's not a man that is soft-spoken. Beckman takes the snap this time on 1st and 10, rolls to his right. He's got some room if he wants to run. He puts it in the air anyway, and it is caught. What a catch! Down inside the 10-yard line, gets to about the 6. Zach Carlson with a reception. He had a defender hanging off his back, and he went up and brought that ball down. And somehow, not only did he make the catch, he stayed on his feet and got yards after the reception. Man, oh man, that's the kind of play you see in all-star games like this, though, is just incredible athleticism. Carlson making a big play, and that connection, which you saw a lot this year on the Westwood field. Good to see it again here in the Dome.
42-yard reception.
So 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for the black team, and a flag. And a false start, or procedural penalty, I guess it was called by the head referee behind the offense.
And that's usually a false start.
And he threw the flag, and I noticed he just kind of shrugged his shoulders and said, "Well, what do you want me to call? I got to call that." 1st and goal from the 13 now. It's Nelson on the right side, cuts it back up the middle. He gets across the 10 down to right around the 7.
It was the 3rd penalty for 15 yards.
Actually, check that. He got to the 8, so it goes back to what it was before. Second and goal now from the 8-yard line. 14-19 left here in the second quarter. I think if you want to get into the end zone here, split Carlson out wide and let Beckman try to find him, because if he was able to make that catch for the big chunk yardage, he can make just about whatever catch you want him to.
Well, you've also got Nelson out there, and he ran for 43 yards for the touchdown.
That's true. You got options.
And he came around the left side, and there's lots of room on that left side right now.
Fumble now. Ball's on the ground, and Nelson trying to pick it up, still loose. There's a pile of players on it. I think the black team got it.
The black team might have it between their knees right now.
And that's exactly what it is. Who was that came up with the number 60? That is Spencer Harville of Westwood. And there was a couple of players that had opportunities to jump on it but tried to pick it up and weren't able to. It's hard to do, pick up a ball like that in stride, but black team lucky to still have possession. But third and goal from the 20 now.
And loss of 12 on a team fumble.
Well, from first and goal at the 8 to third and goal at the 20 is not what they wanted to do. But we'll see what they can make of this situation. Beauchamp split wide to the right along with Carlson, it looks like. And then on the left side for the black team is Trevor Simon. Or no, excuse me, not Trevor Simon. That is Jesse Duran of Munising. Beckman takes the snap, drops back, puts it in the air toward Duran. He's up and incomplete. Well defended there by the red team. Duran tried to go up and get it, but it was knocked away by Wyatt Kuhlman of Marquette. So fourth and goal from the 20. Kind of in that no man's land where do you want to try a field goal? You could.
Well, looking at the coaches here, Ishpeming is the head coach and Jeff Olson is assistant. They don't know what a field goal is.
That's a fair point, yeah. Between George Nemi, Jeff Olson, and Gavin Sundberg, they haven't seen a lot of field goals over the years. Not at the playgrounds anyway.
Iron Mountain tried to get their field goal unit on the field at Ishpeming one time, and I think Ishpeming's defense called a timeout because they were wondering what they were doing.
Well, they're going to go for it this time. Beckman is set shotgun formation. Fourth and goal from the 20. Beckman gets the snap, looking, throws it over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Tried to find Beauchamp, but led him too much. And that turns it over to the red team on downs with 12:32 to go here in the second quarter. This game brought to you by NMU. They have what you want with over 180 programs, 300 student organizations, and award-winning leadership programs. Discover NMU, the training ground for the next generation. For Eagle Mine, redefining the mining industry by putting the safety and well-being of its people, the community, and the environment first. Good luck to the teams here in the All-Star game. Tied at 7, 12:32 to go here in quarter number 2. Red team first and 10 as they take over at their own 20-yard line. Kelly under center, a pitch out to the left side. That one finds Toby Wilcox. He's going to keep pushing forward as he gets about 6 yards on the carry. Out to the 26.
Student body left.
Second and 4 on the way now for the red team. Only one wide receiver in the formation on the right side. As Kelly is under center. Now a man in motion left to right. Kelly rolls over to the right side looking to pass. In the air, attempting to find Jermu, but he's a little too far.
And he was wide open.
Jermu had a step on his defender. Now he's slow to get up. We hope he's all right. He is up now, went over to the sideline, and he's bent over. Hoping it's just a got the wind knocked out of him kind of thing. And looking at the body language, I think that probably is what it is. Kind of fell awkwardly on his side, diving for that ball. Third and 4 now for the red team. 11:43 left, second quarter. They'll go with the same formation, just shifted a little bit, that receiver a little bit further toward the line. Kelly fakes the pitch, runs it himself on the right side. He's got the first down across the 40 now. Tackled around the legs there at about the 43 by Jaden Boriseth of Ontonagon. Or excuse me. No, that'd be Marcus Boza Westwood, wrong side of the roster. That's the kind of thing, though, you saw from Marcus Boza a lot this past year. He's a great basketball player, but on the football field, he made a lot of those nice little knee-level tackles.
16 yards on the run.
Fresh set of downs for the red team, too. Still tied at 7 as we progress through quarter number 2. Kelly ready under center again. 2 men behind him, both offset to either side. Now a throw from Kelly to the right side, and it is caught. What a catch there. Wrangled down at the 17-yard line, but a great job by Zach Beckman. No, that's not Zach Beckman, excuse me. That was Aiden Belisle of Menominee.
And that's his second catch.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised to see Belisle. I thought this game he would have been used more as a runner out of the backfield because he's got that sort of speed, but I guess when you can beat your defender in a one-on-one battle and get clear to catch a pass, you can use it there too. 1st and 10 for the red team now, 16-yard line. Kelly, short pitch finds Wilcox. Wilcox running left now, pursued by 3 or 4 defenders, able to gain about 5 yards on the carry. Pretty good effort there, given what he had to work with. So he gets to right around the 12, give him 4 yards, not 5, but
Belisle's got 2 catches for 62 yards now.
he's being efficient with it. Get the yardage. You know, why catch a pass for 3-4 yards when you can do it for 40? 2nd down, 6 to go. This one from the 12 for the red team. Kelly, the quarterback, fakes the pitch left, now rolls right, looks to pass, might take it himself. He does run it himself. Now across the 10-yard line, the 5, and he is in. Touchdown. Red team, Cam Kelly gets it across, and the red side has their first lead of the day. They're up 13-7.
10:16 to go here in the second quarter.
Kelly went to the right, and as soon as he got a couple of blocks, he had nobody in front of him that was going to be able to make a tackle. Sped into the end zone, and the red team gets the touchdown. Now they'll try the extra point to make it a 7-point lead. Wilcox, the run up, the kick, it is up, and it is good. And it's 14-7. Nice job by the red team on that drive. Aiden Belisle helped him out in a big way with a long reception. And then Cam Kelly takes it himself into the end zone. This game brought to you by Active Physical Therapy. They know what it takes to keep your football player in the game. When injuries happen, choose Active Physical Therapy. Get active, be active, and stay active. For Jets Pizza in Marquette. You want to build your own pizza with the freshest ingredients at Jets Pizza. Being square is delicious. Better because it has to be Jets Pizza, West Washington Street in Marquette. 14-7, red team up on the black team with 10:16 to go in the second quarter. Tyler Young and Bob Netto at the Superior Dome for the UP Football All-Star Game. Like we've alluded to, a warm one, not too bad though. I know we've had games, we've seen these games where it's been a lot warmer than this. Not that I'm loving the humidity all that much, but
yeah, I've been at games where officials would stop the game periodically for water breaks.
Well, when Marquette had their turf field installed, they played their home games in the dome, except for their last home game of the year when it was ready against Negaunee. And some of those games in August were pretty toasty. Red team set to kick it away to the black team after they scored to put themselves up 14-7. It's a line drive kick fielded at the 28. A short run after the pickup, gets to the 34. Trying to see who that was. One of the up men. I think it was Ben Tampus of Lake Linden again.
73.
So 1st and 10. Black team gets going at their own 35. See what they can do and answer. They led this game 7-0 at one point. Red team has scored twice in succession to put themselves up by a touchdown. 2 wide receivers either side of the line here for the black team. Jacob Davey takes the snap, looks to pass. A pump, the throw is away, and it's incomplete.
A little bit too far again.
It was on the line, but yeah, like you said, just overthrew his receiver. Tried, I think, to find Owen Beauchamp there, but couldn't quite get him.
Thrown back across his body, too.
2nd and 10 for the black team. And yeah, Davey, he's a good quarterback for the Sioux this year, and he's got some arm strength, but got to take a little bit off at that time. Oh, well, same set, 2 left, 2 right. Davey ready with a man next to him. Davey takes the snap. The lefty quarterback looks, throws over the middle, and this one is going to be right on target at the 40, brought down at the 36. Great reception there from Zach Carlson. And it's a 1st down for the black team. Carlson went up and grabbed it, able to push forward a little bit after he came back to the ground. So that's the kind of play the black team needed. Get a little bit of the confidence back. Down 14-7.
29 yards on the reception.
So 1st and 10 now from the opposing 36. We'll see. Maybe the black team can answer here. That would be good for them. You don't want to give up 2 straight scores and then not get anything on the next possession.
3 carries, 3 catches, 94 yards for Zach Carlson.
Davey took the snap, and right away we had flags flying. False start called on the black team. That'll back them up 5 more yards. And they'll try it again. So 1st and 15 now from the 41.
Zach Carlson more used to carrying the ball when he was playing at Westwood.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's something that he caught his share of passes. I think he had, I was checking the stats last night, actually. He did his job in terms of being a receiver as well. But yeah, most of his yards came on the ground, and when we were doing that Ishpeming game, we saw that firsthand. He can really run. Carlson going to try it on the ground this time. He gets the snap, or got the handoff rather, over to the right side and gained about 4 yards on the carry before he was brought down right along the sideline. And they'll give him 3 or so 2nd down and 12 on the way. Let's see, Carlson this year, I got it. This year alone, Carlson on the ground, 2,011 yards on 230 carries. He had 9 catches for 185 yards and 32 all-purpose touchdowns. Not a bad season by any means. When you get over the 2,000-yard mark.
8 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Tied at 7 as Davey takes the snap, fakes the handoff, runs it up the middle himself, but not much going on for him. Got a couple of yards on the carry. It'll be about 3rd down and 10.5. That's one that Davey, I mean, Jacob Davey's not the largest player on the team for the black team. It was a valiant effort for him, but when you look at the line that the red team has, he wasn't going to get a whole lot of yardage there in any case.
Well, I've got him for 5 yards on 3 carries.
3rd and 11. I think we'll probably see the ball in the air this time as Davey goes under center. Only one wide out on the left side. Davey fakes the handoff. He will go look to pass. Scrambling to the left, pressured, puts it in the air. It's caught across the 30, now to the 23-yard line or so. Who was that? 61. Tommy Udd of Gogebic.
Well, in 8-man football, that's probably a receiver's number.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Not you don't usually see that in 11-man. That's what I was thinking. Like, okay, that was very much a panic throw, but hey, they got it done.
14 yards.
And that's first down.
On the reception.
So 1st and 10 for the black team.
That's their 7th first down of the game.
Credit to Udd, by the way. He made the catch and then got yards after the catch too. Of course, looking at him, not an easy guy to take down.
He looks like he would make a good tight end. He'd be a good blocker, and you can tell he can receive the ball well.
When I think in 8-man football, that's something that is quite valuable. Somebody that you can use as either one. Now we got a meeting of the officials here. 6:56 to go in the second quarter. 14-7, red team on top, and they are. Are they going to give some more yardage here, or what's the deal? The head official's pointing as if to call it a first down. I thought we had that settled.
Yeah, the sticks had been moved.
Well, I guess that was what he was saying, yeah. I thought we had it right. 1st and 10 of the 24. Black team ready.
Sort of.
Kind of. Well, Beckman took the snap, has to pitch it out right side to Dryden Nelson. Flag flies behind the play, is pushed out of bounds just across the 20, but I think this one's going to be coming back. That head
official, he threw that flag a good 15 yards too.
That's a good throw, and it is holding. So they will walk this one back. And that'll come all the way out to the 32. So we'll try first down again, but a longer number to gain. First down and 18 is the number now.
4th penalty for 25 yards.
That was a play that didn't look real clean from the beginning. Beckman had the snap and he bumped into a player as he was going back, but well, Davey takes the snap this time. He's going to look to throw over the middle. It is tipped and incomplete. Well defended there. That was Trevor Lippens of Bark River that got a hand in the air and knocked it off course. Had he not done that, I think it would have been complete, but Lippens undercut the route and just knocked it off, knocked it away. 14-7 the score right now. 6:25 left in the second quarter. 2nd down, 18 to go.
Lippens played for a Bark River Harris team that made the playoffs last year.
Yep. Not only a good football player, but a good basketball player too. 2nd and 18 for the black team now. Eric Edwards of Newberry, the wideout on the left side. Davey with a snap. Rolls left to pass. Throws it opposite side, wide open. Running right side along the sideline, across the 10, inside the 10, maybe down to the 5. Nelson was just left completely alone. They faked the play left. Davey rolled left rather, and everybody bit on the fake. And then
he delayed coming out of the backfield, and then set up out in the flat, and no one was around him.
No one was around him. I don't think anyone really picked him up till they saw the throw go that way.
27-yard catch.
And it's 1st and goal down to the 5-yard line for the black team. 5:53 to go here in the second quarter of the UP football all-star game. Black team looking to even the score.
His second catch for 42 yards.
Davey. Oh no, the snap over looked like to Who was that? Running left side and didn't get anywhere, maybe pushed back a yard. Well, not much going on that play. No offensive yardage to be gained.
Well, I was certain I saw 73 in the backfield there, and I don't even have a...
It could be. Tampus is the one that has fielded a couple of kicks.
He didn't run with, I know he didn't run with the ball, but he was in the backfield.
It was somebody. Was that? 4:50 to go here in the second quarter, 14-7. Jacob Davey looking to pass. Left side, it's caught. Touchdown, Black team.
Carlson.
Nice reception there, and that'll make it 14-13, and the Black team has a chance to tie it up on the extra point. Davey, a nice pass, and Carlson did well to make sure that he was the only one that could catch that pass. He had his defender behind him and kind of angled him so that the pass was going to get to him right in the front corner of the end zone on the right side.
4:40 to go here in the second quarter. The Black team has a chance to tie up the game.
Jesse Duran of Munising doing the honors on the extra point. Slow run up, the kick is up, and it is good. Tied up at 14, 4:40 left, second quarter UP football all-star game. This one brought to you by the 906 Sports Bar and Grill. Stop in after the game to try the Redmond Burger and don't miss a second of the action with 14 TVs and Sunday ticket. The 906 Sports Bar and Grill on West Washington, downtown Marquette. By the way, not just the Redmond Burger, they've got burgers and sandwiches named after pretty much every single team represented here today. So wherever you are from, whoever you're supporting, you can find a meal for you at the 906.
Fourth catch for Carlson, 96 yards by my count.
That sounds about right, because he's had a couple of larger chunk plays, I think.
You know, 29, 42, 2, and what was the other one? 23.
Oh, there you go. That's not a bad average on the day. Black team ready to kick this one back to the red team. 4:40 left in the second quarter. We'll see if the red team can push themselves up the field and take the lead once again. This one going to be fielded by Allen. Deshaun Allen running up the middle, number 7, gets out to the 40 before he's hauled down. Red team with good starting field position for their second drive. And this is a game, it's not come into play yet, and I have a feeling it may not. But we talked about it a little bit in the pregame. If a team gets up by 2 scores, you get the ball back. If that rule comes into play today, I will be immensely surprised because it's been so back and forth. It's been a pleasure to see this game. Flag flies before the snap. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Unless they're looking at maybe an extra man on the field, are they going to pick this one up because the ball wasn't snapped, the player got off? Or are they going to, well, they're going to talk about it right now. The flag came from the umpire. Well, let's get everyone involved in the conversation.
Well, let's...
Are we going to get a new football?
They got the wrong ball?
Well, maybe. Well, it's not a penalty, is it?
Well, it's a good way to get the clock stopped.
That's true. Everyone's going to look.
They may not have exchanged balls there.
That's what they're doing. They're getting a new football out there. So, okay. Can the officials get a penalty?
I mean, the team that kicks off, they kick off with their own ball, but then the receiving team is responsible for getting their ball in.
Well, I think we're ready to go now. I hope, anyway. Riddle pitches it left side.
Wilcox.
He goes up and across the 45, out to about the 47. 2nd down and 3 coming up. Red team trying to get upfield here. If they could get into the end zone before halftime, that'd give them a nice boost of confidence going into the locker room. But again, like I said, it's been so back and forth. You got to think that whatever happens, the black team will come back and answer. This time you got a run that gains about 3 yards out to midfield. Wilcox on the carry. It's going to be pretty close. Might need a measurement for this one.
I would think if it's touching the line, it's going to be a first down.
Well, they're going to say 3rd, at least as of right now. They're not calling for a measurement. That looks pretty. I'm with you. I think he's got one there. And that's what Joe Noah is telling the referee. We're not even going to measure that one?
Call for a measurement.
Well, I guess they're not. 3rd
well, we're
down
giving him 2 yards in.
3rd and about a half an inch, and Wilcox runs that one. He's got the line to gain that time. But a 1-yard push, but really any sort of forward progress would have given him a first down on that one. So Wilcox with a carry, first down for the red team.
Now the back of the ball is touching the 50-yard line before the front of the ball was.
Yeah, that's again.
He gets a yard though.
He gets a yard, right? It's anything he got there would have given him. It would have moved the chains. Under 3 to go here in quarter number 2, 14-14 a tie game between the red team and the black team. Trouble now. Riddle over to the right side, gets out of trouble, throws it, caught. Nice reception there by Aiden Belisle of Menominee again. First down and a bunch down to the 23-yard line.
And Belisle did a good job there. He made his cut and looked back and saw where his defender was and stepped in front of him.
Well, hey, as a receiver, if you're in front of your defender, it's a lot harder to have that ball knocked away. Another thing to keep in mind in that play, Riddle did well to get out of trouble because he was in just a mess of bodies right around the line. He got out of it, rolled to his right, and found Belisle.
27 yards on the play.
1st and 10, and a timeout called by the red team.
3 catches for 89 yards for Belisle.
Red team going to talk things over here. We'll tell you this game is brought to you by Wendy's. After the game, stop into Wendy's of Marquette. Grab a double combo or a spicy chicken. Deliciously different Wendy's in Marquette. And for UP Rehab Services, your locally owned therapy provider for over 15 years, providing expert care in physical, occupational, speech, hand, and aquatic therapy. Let them take your recovery to the next level. For a clinic near you, visit uprehab.com. 2.5 to go here in the second quarter, tied at 14 between the black team and the red team of the Superior Dome in Marquette for the UP Football All-Star Game, 15th annual contest, at least in the modern era. They had 6 games between 1946 and 1951. And that ended for reasons unknown to me and to anyone that I could find who talked about it, but they brought it back in 2008. Used an east-west format then, went to north-south for 2015 and 2016, then started the draft. It's been that way ever since.
Yeah, it's hard to come up with a good dividing point when you're using east and west or north and south. The draft is a much better system.
It is, and you generally get more even teams as well. And now you've got Riddle taking the snap, takes it himself up the middle. He's going to get in. Touchdown, red team. And there you go. It's 20-14. Austin Riddle took the snap and kept it himself. Found the space he needed and gets into the end zone.
Scores with 2 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Well, that's the thing. If you watch Marquette football this year that you saw a lot was they're not, you didn't see a ton of it, but you saw it when he did it. When he took the ball himself and ran it, he had speed that rivaled a lot of the running backs in the UP. He threw the ball more often than not, but when he was in trouble or when they designed a play for him to run, it was something to see. Now the extra point is up and good, and it's 21-14. Red team on top. 2.5 left here in the second quarter. Like we said, it's a back and forth game here. Red team now able to get back on top after the black team had tied it up. And with 2.5 to go, you may well see the black team find the end zone before halftime. We could be looking at 21 apiece heading into the break. We'll see if they can, though, as the red team comes out. They're going to kick this one away. You know, early on in this game, it was looking like defense might be the decider in the order of the day, but ever since about 6 or 7, maybe 8 minutes into the game, the offenses have taken over. I don't know if they just needed a couple of drives each to get into the swing of things or what, but man, they've looked good. Red team set to kick away to the black team here. Wilcox has the ball on the tee. Owen Beauchamp and Deshaun Allen are the returners, ready to go for the black team. Here's the run up. The kick, it's an onside kick, fielded. Oh, big hit there, fielded well by Eric Edwards of Newberry, and as soon as he got the ball, he got smucked.
46-yard line.
Well, it's a brave call there from Joe Noah to say, let's go for an onside kick. Almost worked, though.
Okay, they gave it to him at the 47.
Got to give credit to Edwards, though, of Newberry. He got the ball in his hands, and right away he just locked it up. He got a big hit right after, but able to hold on. So 1st and 10 at their own 47. Black team takes over, and this gives them very good field position to try and tie the game before halftime.
Edwards, another one of the 8-man players in the game today.
Beckman ready in the shotgun. Beckman takes the snap, drops back, puts it in the air over center, looking for Nelson. It is incomplete. Boy, oh boy, he had Nelson wide open, and he caught that one.
Nelson did not look back over his shoulder, so he didn't slow down, but he still couldn't quite catch up to it.
Yeah, it was one that if he adjusts a little bit earlier, he may well have the catch, but left it a little too late there.
He was trying to look up over his head and running at full steam.
Which is not easy to do.
But he's a sprinter, so he's well practiced in running straight ahead.
Well, he had a yard or two on his defenders. He had the space, just couldn't quite catch up to the football. 2nd and 10 from their own 47. The black team ready, and Beckman takes the snap again in the shotgun. Under a bit of pressure, throws again over the center. It is caught. What a reception there for the black team. Jesse Duran of Munising got it, brought it down to the 12-yard line. My goodness. Great throw again from Beckman, but Duran made that catch with a defender just about painted onto him. Brought it down in a big gain for the black team. 2:11 to go. We're not even at the 2-minute mark. And the black team already threatening.
41 yards on the play.
Well, we'll see what they can do here. They're in prime position to score. 1st and 10 at the 12.
Ninth first down for the black team.
Beckman, not Beckman, but rather Nelson takes the snap, goes to his right, gets a block from Beckman, pushing forward down at the 1-yard line. Almost had the touchdown right there. Boy, he came close. Good push, though, from Dryden Nelson. Beckman was blocking for him. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line for the black team with 1:22 to go in the 2nd quarter.
And another first down.
Well, the crowd here at the Dome has been treated to a pretty good game so far. And a very even one as well. Beckman takes the snap, pushing it himself up, and he is going to score. Touchdown, black team on the keeper from Beckman. 21-20. And they'll try to tie it up here with just under a minute to go. You know, you just had the feeling when they got the football, really good field position after the failed onside kick. You thought they're going to score. They probably will score by halftime, but they got 59 seconds to spare. They didn't waste time. One more player's got to come out here for the black team. There he is. And it's going to be Jesse Duran of Munising, who scored didn't score the touchdown, but had a nice long reception. He'll be kicking the extra point. Now we got a whistle, and they're going to hold things up.
Timeout.
Okay.
Black. It's their second.
George Nemi didn't like what he saw there. He's about halfway to the hash marks. He wants a word with the folks that he thought didn't quite do what he had drawn up. So they'll have a chat right now. I'll tell you, this game brought to you by Fox Motors. Team UP proud to support the players, coaches, and fans of the game here today, as well as the educational efforts of our teachers and schools to prepare our students for the future. Good luck from all the folks at Fox Motors, Team UP. For the Elder Agency in Marquette, if you're looking to buy or sell, make sure you list your property with the Elder Agency Real Estate, providing full-service insurance and real estate. Find out more at elderagency.com. We get the extra point attempt here from the black team, 21-20. Black team down a point after they just scored a touchdown. 59 seconds to go in the second quarter. There's the run up and the kick. It is good. We're tied at 21 after Jesse Duran boots it through. 59 seconds to go in the half. Bob, you think we might have another score in store here?
Well, there's plenty of time. I'm just thinking that after 6 touchdowns, we've had 6 successful extra points on these goalposts, the college goalposts, which are about 9.5 feet narrower than the high school posts.
It kind of makes you think. I mean, this is, I bet anything, in a high school game in the UP, we've probably broken a record of some sort at this point. And if we haven't yet, we're on the way. Because
at least one with George Nemi as head coach.
Yeah. I would think you're probably right. Probably Jeff Olson, too. I mean, 6 made extra points on both sides. That's not bad. Of course, Jeff Olson and his assistant here today. You got kind of the whole Ishpeming Westwood group. You got George Nemi, Jeff Olson, Gavin Sundberg of Ishpeming. You've got Scott Sergela and Brad Wilgen of Westwood.
And they both coached at Ishpeming.
Right, and Eli Wolf. Now the kick fielded by the red team and brought up to the 47-yard line from about the 37. And Kip Kangas, the return man there. So 54 seconds to go. 1st and 10 for the red team at their own
48.
48. I mean, 52 yards in 54 seconds. That's probably about the pace we've had on a lot of these drives so far. Wouldn't be that surprised to see it. We'll see what they can do, though. Cam Kelly under center for the red team. Fakes the pitch. He'll turn and throw it over the middle. It is caught by Belial out to the 33-yard line. Well, they give him the 32. Well, they're not wasting time again. They're moving the football. 42 seconds left. A timeout called by the red team. They want to talk things over and get themselves ready. They're pushing. They want to get in the end zone here. We could see a halftime score if everything goes right for the red team of 28-21. I mean, that's an explosive first half. I mean, 21-21 already is pretty good, but we're on the way to seeing potentially something special.
Well, and Belial has 4 catches for 109 yards.
4 catches for 109 yards.
Well, I think Cam Karp might have done that last year, close to that in the first half.
You might be right, but I mean, when you're having your name mentioned with Cam Karp, because Cam Karp, one of the better players in the UP over the last decade or so, one of the better receivers anyway, you're in good company. 1st and 10 on the 32 for the red team as they're set to go. Kelly is under center. Kelly takes the snap, looks to his right. Throw is on the way. It is complete. Tackled down at about the 20-yard line is going to be John Hansen of Gladstone. Kelly set under center again. It's a first down, so 1st and 10 this time at the 20. Kelly drops back, a throw to the right side. It's going to be intercepted. Black team went up and got it. That was Marcus Bowes of Westwood.
Well, that would be the first suspect.
He was good defensively. We saw that a couple of times, I think, in the Westwood-Ishpeming game this past year.
Touchback, bring the ball out to the 20. By the way, I was just looking up the game from last year, and the final score was 38-26. Black over the red.
Yep. That was one of, I mean, and that was a game I think we did see that rule come into effect where the black team was ahead by a lot. The red team scored and they got the ball back right after they scored. I think this game might not be quite that way. Again, it's so even when you look at the rosters going into this game. You kind of had a feeling it was going to be back and forth. 12 seconds to go in the first half. Black team with the football. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line after the interception touchback by Bowes. See what they have in store here. I mean, 12 seconds, not a lot of time, but theoretically you could see him do something. Jacob Davey is under center. Davey takes the snap. He'll look to pass. A long one down the left side into double coverage, and it's intercepted by the red team. Number 14, Trevor Lippens of Park River, went up and got it at the 46-yard line. Red team takes over with 4 seconds to go in the second quarter. Well, dueling interceptions, I guess. With 12 seconds to go, you figure, well, throw one up. Why not? But Lippens giving the red team another chance here, and we've seen them get chunk yardage. Only 54 yards away from pay dirt. They could potentially score here. A timeout this time going to be called by the black team. Their final one, I believe, of the half. They'll talk about what they want to do defensively to make sure the red team does not score. By the way, if you're wondering, well, why don't you just play your defense well back? There's another rule in this game that you can't have any defenders further than 10 yards away from the line of scrimmage. So you can't just play 3 deep or 4 deep or whatever. You got to play man-to-man, and you got to make sure that it's, at least to begin, a tight man-to-man. So if you are the red team right now, I think you're probably thinking, let Aiden Belisle and Justin Jermu fly down the sidelines and have Austin Riddle or Cam Kelly chuck one up. We'll see if that's the plan of attack here with 4 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, barring a penalty, this should be the last play of the half.
I guess the only question right now is it going to end in a touchdown? Are we going to see an extra point attempt? I wouldn't count it out. It is Austin Riddle that's going to go under center and get things going.
The 2 defenders are 9 yards off the line. And they can't blitz either, so.
Right, now we got a referee is calling timeout. Now we've got I think a rules clarification there. Todd Goldbeck, the organizer, told the referee, blow the whistle. One of these defenders is pushing things here. I got to talk to him.
He was 12 or 13 yards out.
So that's what that was, I believe. You can't have anybody deeper than 10 yards. There's also a rule that you have to have, your linebackers have to be within 5 yards. So I wonder if that was maybe one of the issues too.
Well, ball's at the 46, so everybody's legal now.
Here we go. 4 seconds to go, second quarter. Tied at 21. Red team in the All-Star game with the football. Austin Riddle is under center. Takes the snap. Quick throw over to the right. It's going to be a double pass. Belial over down the sideline. Finds Jeremy. He catches it, and it's a touchdown. And the entire sideline's going to go celebrate with him.
I'd like to see a replay of that just to see whether that was a forward pass, the first one. It was very close.
It was close, but I thought it was good. And I got to tell you what, if you're an official in an All-Star game and you call that one back, you're going to get booed in a big way. What a pass from Belial. He found Jermu, and he was wide open to the end zone.
54-yard touchdown pass.
As the clock ticked down to 0, so it's 27-21 and an extra point on the way. The crowd giving a round of applause to the red team here in Justin Jermu. What a play that was. Extra point is on the way, and that is good. So going into halftime, 28-21 on one of the more explosive plays you'll see in the UP football All-Star game. 28-21, red team with a lead over the black team. We'll take a break and come back with a halftime show. Stick around. You're listening to the UP football All-Star game. Back at the Superior Dome in Marquette, getting set for the second half of the UP football All-Star game. Right now, it's the red team on top of the black team, 28-21. Tyler Young and Bob Netto along with you. Glad to be here at the Dome, and it's a warm one, but certainly we've been treated to a game that makes you pretty much just forget about the heat and the humidity, because it's been such an incredible game, scoring both ways. And I mean, at halftime, when you're 28-21, you know you're seeing a show.
Yeah, I think Aiden Belial has got a lead in the most valuable player for the red team.
I think you're probably right. I mean, there are a lot of players that have been good, but Belial's been good. Catching passes, we saw him throw a touchdown pass at the end of the second half. That was, I mean, he caught a lateral, threw a pass to Jermu on the sideline to give the red team the lead. I think you got to give it to him as of right now. But we got a whole half of football to see if that will change. The red team will kick off to the black team to begin the third quarter. 28-21, red on top, but black looking to answer. For the black team, back to receive is Owen Beauchamp of Marquette and Deshaun Allen of Lawrence. And kicking off for the red team is Toby Wilcox of Kingsford. He gets the ball from the official. 15 minutes on the clock, and we're set to go. Wilcox takes his steps back. Crowd funnels back into the stands after halftime, getting their refreshments. Wilcox with a kick. It's an onside kick, a high bouncing one, and out of bounds at the 48-yard line, 47-yard line maybe.
Took a perfect bounce over the first line on the red side, but there was nobody from the black team able to get there before it went out of bounds.
So now we're even on number of onside kicks in the game. We saw the black team attempt one in the first half. Now the red team's giving it a shot, but neither one was successful. Black team takes over at the 47 and a half.
They're bringing the ball out to
see where they place this one. 47.
47.
So that's where the black team will start their offensive possession. First opportunity here in the third quarter.
Of course, in regular football, that would have been a penalty.
Of course, but yeah, all-star game, you just kind of, it's its own separate category, I think. Snap for the black team is taken by Riddle, thrown left side. caught by Carlson. And by the way, that wasn't Riddle with the pass, that was Beckman. It's a first down, though, got to about the 40 on the opposite side.
13-yard reception for Zach Carlson, and he's had quite a few yards here today.
Well, that's how the game started in terms of offense, was a pass from Beckman to Carlson. The Westwood connection, they just got it going in the second half here, too.
Well, he might have more catches in this game than he had all year. That's his 5th, 109 yards.
Beckman set, takes the snap, and a fake handoff to Nelson. Throws to Nelson on the right side, though, and it's underthrown. Nelson turned back to receive the pass. He would have had some space, but Beckman couldn't quite get it to him. Short, incomplete, second down and 10 coming up. Right idea, though, and that's something that we saw the red team get fooled by before, is a play that looks like it's going left, and then all on his own is Dryden Nelson on the right side, but that time they had it picked up. Second and 10 coming now as Beckman gets ready. He's in a pistol formation, man behind him and 2 wide outs on the right side. And goes in motion over to the right. Beckman takes the snap, runs it over to the right side, looks to pass. Now he's going to pull it down and run it himself. He goes, gets about 5 yards, 6 yards before he's pushed out of bounds, right around the 32-yard line. Well, they're going to put him back at the 35. Well, a gain of about 5 then on the play from the 40 to the 35. Third down and 5 on the way.
Give him 5 yards.
Black team on third down here, 28-21. The Reds have the lead. Snap to to Dryden Nelson, excuse me. He takes it, runs it right side. He's got the first down before he's pushed out of bounds. But that will keep the black team on the field here and will move the chains forward. Got to about the 27 on that carry.
Give him 8 yards.
Good job by Nelson. That's one thing with the black team. You've got a lot of options between, obviously, you got Zach Carlson and Zach Beckman. You've got Dryden Nelson, but also Jacob Davey, the quarterback, Owen Beauchamp, and Marquette. You have, I mean, with the draft, you got a lot of talent both sides, but that's a lot of offensive firepower. This snap going to go to Nelson. He's going to cut it up the middle himself, keeps pushing before he's met by 5 or 6 red team members and pushed back. Good initial push, though, is going to get him out to the 22. So it'll be 2nd and 4 to go.
And I've got him for 5 carries now. And 68 yards.
First minute of the All-Star game, second half is gone. 13:53 left in the third quarter.
Maybe somebody's going to try and sustain a drive here and use up some clock.
Well, that's the thing. There wasn't a lot. I mean, there were a lot of different drives in the first half because they were all fairly short. Black team is, like you said, trying to sustain this one. Beckman under center takes the snap, and it's a handoff to Nelson. He finds some space. Never mind that sustain thing. Let's get into the end zone. Touchdown, black team. It's 28-27. Dryden Nelson gets in. Well, I guess we jinxed it. Dryden Nelson decided, hey, I'm gonna create an opening. He found it, and he got into the end zone.
6 carries, 90 yards, 15 yards average per carry. And he becomes the first player with 2 touchdowns. We had 7 touchdowns and 7 different players in the first half.
Congratulations, Dryden Nelson. He's starting to make a case for himself to be player of the game at this point.
Well, I think they choose a most valuable for both teams.
I think so. Kick is on the way, and not a good one. Off the crossbar. I thought that was going to be well short, but it was Jesse Duran didn't get that one on his foot like he wanted to. And so no good. Red team still has the lead here, 28-27, a 1-point margin as they will get the ball back. I think if you're looking for, and I know they don't award the MVP of the game total, they do go both teams, but if you're looking for an MVP of the overall game, you got some choices to make, because Aiden Belial's been good on the red side, Bryden Nelson's been good on the black side. You've got Zach Carlson, who's been all right too. Zach Beckman, Austin Riddle's been okay. You got a lot of options as of right now, but plenty of football left to play to see if they can kind of separate themselves. So 28-27, red team with the lead, black team kicking off. We've seen a couple of onside kicks here. Not that, I mean, certainly not that it's necessary at this point, but could we see another one? We'll see. Jesse Duran set to do the kicking. Back for the red team. Well, the kick is going to go over and out of bounds. I think it was intended to go to Wilcox, but it went out. Now we do have a flag on the play, so that will be, I mean, up for the kick out of bounds, obviously. That'll bring it out to the 40-yard line. I think the reason we didn't see a flag on that previous kick out of bounds, I think we should have, but if there's a flag in high school football for a kick out of bounds and the ball would be, the out of bounds position is better than the 40, you get to take that, I believe, right?
Oh, yeah, well, usually in high school it goes to the 35 though. But
well, again though, all-star game rules are, there's a couple tweaks in there.
They're inscrutable. We don't know them.
Which really, for me, not that much different than high school rules. Snap, it's on the ground, but Riddle picks it up for the red team, looks to throw, puts it in the air. It is caught at the 50-yard line, now across the 40, the 35, and the 30, and down to the 27. Great reception there from number 49, Cooper Conway of Menominee.
And that's that player lined up in the slot that I talked about in the first half I thought would be a good target. He was.
And he just proved you right. Yeah, that's for sure. And Conway not only caught it, but got the run after the catch too.
33 yards.
1st and 10 now at the black team 27. Well, the red team has found, so far it's been back and forth and back and forth. The red team has a slight edge now after the black team missed the extra point. They're up 28-27. If they get into the end zone and get the extra point as well, that would force the black team to go for 2 if and when they scored next. Riddle a handoff up the middle. Out to the 20, just a hair shy of the 25. Going to catch the number of the ball carrier. That'd have been Brady Badker of Menominee.
He gets 1 yard to the 26.
2nd and 9 on the way. 2 wideouts are left for the red team, and an I formation behind Austin Riddle. 2nd and 9 takes the snap. Riddle looks to pass. He's under pressure, spun around. Someone's got him by the jersey, and he's brought down at the 30. Nice tackle there for the black team. And that defender he grabbed onto the side of Riddle's jersey right around his left rib cage, and he just kept hanging on to it, spun him down in the end. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Yeah, reinforcements came, and
well, that's all you need to, as the first defender.
Not let go.
Right, get to the quarterback, grab him, don't let go, because the quarterback then can't do a whole lot. Let your teammates get in and make the tackle, and that's what it was. You might not get credit for a tackle, at least a solo tackle, but you're the one that made it happen. 3rd and 13, red team is set. Riddle under center. One receiver to the right side and a man in motion over to that side as well. Riddle looks to pass. Under a lot of pressure, and again, ball is loose, and the black team recovers the fumble at the 41-yard line. Austin Riddle was on his way down, and the ball got punched out from behind. And what a break for the black team here. They look like they might be surrendering points, and all of a sudden, it's their football. First and 10 for the black team at their own 42, and that's when Riddle was, like I said, he was being tackled. He didn't realize someone was on his back and swinging to punch the ball out, but it worked. The black team takes over possession. 10:59 to go in the third quarter. 28-27 red team. Black team has the football, though. Jacob Davey from the Sioux set to take the snap. Excuse me, Dryden Nelson took the snap. He's going to go right side after a block from Davey. Nelson still on his feet. First down out across the 45 to the 44 before he is held up. What a run from Dryden Nelson. That's the kind of run that's going to get you team MVP. Jacob Davey, the lead blocker on that one, did a good job too, just to kind of clear a path for Nelson.
14 yards on the run.
And a first down for the black team, down to the 44-yard line. Left side, two receivers. Davey pistol formation, a man behind him. Davey takes a low snap, throws it left side quickly. It is caught. Desmond Mullen with the tackle on his high school teammate, Dustin Lofink.
Beauchamp.
Excuse me, Beauchamp. There we go. Same number, same high school team, opposite side of the roster. Beauchamp with a good catch there, and Mullen was right on him, but a gain of 4 yards makes it second and a long 6, maybe a short 7. They're going to go with Davey. Now we got a timeout called by the black team once again. I don't think they didn't have the right personnel out there. You saw one of the black players just sprinting over to the sideline.
Yeah, the chains over on the other side, it looks like it's a little bit farther ahead than where it should be. The second down.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
it's like it's a whole yard.
Yeah, chains having an extra yard, so it is second and 7. Just don't look at the chains.
He just tried to sneak it back without anybody noticing.
We got him. We got him. We got the eagle eyes on that one. This game brought to you by the Crossroads Mini Mart Shell, the #1 rated fuel, hot deli, VP, and LC2 gas cans for sale. Also for Wells Fargo Advisors, your future is waiting. Wells Fargo Advisors can answer your questions, help you navigate uncertainty, and do so with confidence. Wells Fargo Advisors is all about you and your path. Call Wells Fargo at 226-2919. 9:39 to go here in the third quarter of the UP Football All-Star Game. 28-27, red team has the lead. Bob Netto and Tyler Young. Second and 7. Black team of the football at the opposing 41. Right side, Nelson with a carry. Gets around one defender, tries to cut back inside, but he had a defender hit him right away. Now flags on the sideline as tempers flaring.
Yeah, they did not let go of him after they took him out of bounds. They kept riding him for a little while.
It's the sort of thing you don't see a lot in an all-star game because it is kind of it's essentially an exhibition, but I think that was a late hit. Or maybe just some late roughness over there after the tackle.
The rules are designed to make this game competitive, and that's what it's done.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, too. 28-27, you're going to get a little fiery here and there.
And they still haven't.
Flag is against the red team, and it was a personal foul of some sort.
Well, I would have called it a late hit.
I'm not sure. I mean, I saw it must have been unnecessary roughness. So there you go. There's the personal foul. 15 more yards for the black team.
Well, that means he got 7 yards on the run to the 34.
And now they got the ball at the 19. Black team getting closer here in the third quarter. Down by a point. It's an I formation now. One man to the in motion to the left side as Davey takes the snap. Jacob Davey, left-handed throw into the end zone, and it is incomplete. The catch was made, but just out of bounds there. It was a good effort, though. Great throw from Davey.
Yeah, I thought he had his feet in bounds when it got to him, but I don't think he was able to bring it down as he went down.
That was Eric Abramson of Ontonagon that was trying to complete the catch, but not quite.
And he played in the state championship game in basketball for Trout Creek, who also plays football with Ontonagon.
That's right, yeah. One of the co-ops that we have represented here at this game. There are quite a few of them, actually. Second down and 10 from the 19 for the black team as they attack. Davey is under center, takes the snap, runs into one of his teammates, rolls left now, looking to pass, puts it in the air. It is incomplete through the hands of his intended receiver. Had it on target, but a little too much fizz on it. Decent try, though. Just Eric Edwards, the intended receiver, couldn't bring it in. That brings up 3rd and 10 now after a couple of incomplete passes. And you think, well, okay, you've had 2 incomplete passes. It's 3rd down and 10, so you're probably not running, although it is.
You got Nelson out there, don't you?
He's out there, yeah, he's left side slot receiver is Nelson. Looks like to the right side of Davey is Dawson to Longchamp of Ishpeming. We'll see what they try. Davey drops back, throws it left side to Nelson. That is incomplete.
Nelson was held.
Well, he wanted a flag. I think that was pretty well timed by the defender. I thought Zach Frusty of Superior Central, he grabbed onto Nelson, but it was as the ball went by. And I mean,
Yeah, he didn't have a chance to get to the ball, I thought, but the umpires agreed with you.
One of the few times they do. I'll take that whenever I can get it. Brings up 4th down. Now, in this case, you're in 4-down territory because you could try a field goal, but that'd be a pretty long field goal. See what they elect to do here. One wide out left side and a slot receiver as well. Davey with Nelson behind him. Carlson takes the handoff. Now he'll look to pass as it was just a sweep sort of handoff. Carlson throws it over the middle. It is tipped and incomplete. I think if that first defender hadn't tipped it, it might have been intercepted, but incomplete and a turnover on downs nonetheless. Red team takes over up by a point, 28-27 with 9:02 to go in the third quarter.
Another trick-a-rooney play.
Well, this is the game you break those out, I think. And honestly, if you're one of the coaches coaching in this game, if you're thinking ahead to next season, maybe you draw up something new for this week and see, okay, these are the best players in the UP from the previous year. How are they going to run this play? And then can I implement that at my high school next season? Red team takes over, though, on downs. 19-yard line, 1st and 10. Two wide outs either side as Cam Kelly takes the snap. Kelly running it himself up the middle, and he is stopped for no gain. Just tried to power his way up the middle, but black team said no way. Tell you, this game is brought to you by Togo's in the Village on 3rd Street. Togo's, now owned by the same family as before, just the next generation, providing great hot and cold subs you've loved for years. Togo's, it's what's for lunch tomorrow. Under 8.5 left, third quarter. UP football all-star game. It's 28-27, red team up on the black team. 2nd and 10 for the red team as Cam Kelly, the quarterback, is in the shotgun formation, took the snap, threw it left side, and Belial got the catch, but he had to do so as he was diving backwards. Gain of 5 yards, but it'll be down right there. Out to the 24. 3rd down and 5 on the way.
Five catches, 114 yards for Belial.
Third down, 5 yards to go for the red team. They come back to the line. Again with a spread offense, 2 receivers each side of the line. Motion from the left to the right as Kelly takes the snap and he'll run it himself. He's got to beat one defender. He's taken down out of bounds just across the 25. About the 26, not enough for a first down. Couple of yards on the run.
Looks like they gave him one.
4th and 4 then coming up for the red team, and you got to think they'll be kicking this one away. Although, well, maybe not. No one for the black team is back to receive the kick.
Well, they don't believe him yet.
Kelly is the one that's lined up to kick it. They're thinking fake here. Kelly with a snap. No, he will kick it away, and it's a good one. A low line drive kick, but it'll roll across the 30 on the other side of the field and just creep its way down to the 27-yard line. Good kick there from Cam Kelly of Gladstone, and the black team takes over on offense at their own.
Looks like the 26.
I think you're right. Their own 26. That's where they will start out.
Of course, the scoreboard says 25.
Well, between the 3 of the sources, I think it's in that range. 26, 25, 27. I don't know. We got it zeroed in. It will be the 26. 1st and 10 for the black team. Down by a point. 28-27 to the red team here in the UP football all-star game. Snap goes to Nelson. Nelson running it himself on the right side. Got a block from Carlson. Cut it back up, and he's stopped right at around the 30.
Short gain.
That's what he was good at Calumet. Just he run the football
And
get yards and keep moving.
Break one every once in a while.
He certainly was good at that too. Tell you that much.
Gave him 3 yards on that play. Well, give him 4 yards on that play.
2nd and I'm going to call it 7.
Yeah.
Black team with a football. Dryden Nelson's been very, very good in this game. Like you said, it's he's dependable. Once in a while, he will break a run off, and that's really what you got to be careful of if you're the red team here, because when you give him some space, he will take that and a lot more. Beckman takes the snap, looks to throw over the middle, finding Nelson, caught. The defender fell down. Now it's a foot race. He spin moves a defender. Dryden Nelson going to go all the way. And it's a touchdown for the black team.
70 yards.
The initial defender on him fell down. He was then caught by Josh Sullivan of Pickford. And Nelson just did a little spinorama. Got past him. 33-28 black team. They're back on top. So they will attempt the extra point.
It's the 3rd touchdown of the game for Dryden Nelson. His first one through the air, though.
Duran of Munising with a kick, which is up and good. And it's 34-28, a 6-point lead for the black team. I thought they might want to try a 2-point conversion, but I think at this point in the game, you don't chase the points. Let's just take what you can get.
Or maybe they aren't allowed.
Or that, which very well could be. I know of several rules that are slightly different than high school. I don't know for sure that that's one. It might be.
Well, Dryden's third touchdown of the game was the 14th first down of the game for the black. And then Nelson's got 115 yards on the ground.
He just got a big chunk through the air. He might have.
He had caught at least two passes in the first half. I'm just checking to make sure. Yeah, I think that's his third catch. Three for 112 in the air, 115 on the ground.
Sounds about right.
It's a good day at the office.
Red team with the football after the kick. Desmond Mullen taking it upfield, gets to about the 40. Maybe just shy of it, and red team will take over there. So a 6-point deficit right now. Black team up 34-28 on the red team. You heard at halftime, Austin Riddle in his chat with Luke Giardi talk about the fact that he thought the red team was going to win. Of course, he's on the red team. He's probably, I don't know if it's a contract.
He's
but
been on the red team for a long time.
He has. That's true. He has been on the red team for a long time. 3-year starter at Marquette. But he said the red team is going to win, and he said if they don't win, it's going to be a really exciting game. And it's exciting, that's for sure. Red team looking to put themselves ahead once again. Here is Riddle with a pass over to the right side, way too high for Aiden Belisle. Belisle thought about jumping up and trying to catch it, but he realized that was going to be a futile attempt.
No, they don't allow step ladders on the field.
Yeah, that's about what you would have needed, too. It almost carried to the sideline, and Belisle was inside the numbers, so not quite on the connection there, and it's 2nd and 10 from the 40 for the red team. 4:50 left in the third quarter. But in a game that's been so back and forth so far, I don't think crunch time really is going to come into play till late in the fourth. Riddle this time will take the snap. He's under a lot of pressure, hit by 2 defenders, and he is down at the 26. Boy, oh boy, a couple of people missed their blocks on that one.
Well, they put him down at the 28, I believe, or 29.
I think that might have been
generous.
That's
loss
where they got
of
him.
11 on the play.
I think when you get hit that hard, you earn yourself back a couple of yards because he got hit. And I think that might be a conversation he's having right now in the huddle. Like, hey, guys, maybe you want to block. Just a thought.
I think he's starting to think of a game he played downstate where this seemed to be happening quite often. In the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think he thought that was going to happen in the Dome, but I think you're probably right. Riddle this time back to pass, and again he's under pressure. Rolls to his right. He'll keep it himself. Gets across the 40, along the sideline, out to the 50.
He's close to a first down.
Oh, they're going to give him the 49, so he's going to be 1 yard short, but what an effort from Austin Riddle. After getting put on his backside emphatically the play before, takes it along the sideline and nearly gets a new set of down.
20 yards on the play.
4th and 1 now from midfield. You gotta think they're going for it here. I think I'd be very surprised to see Joe Noah call a punt. Unless they're gonna try and get the defense to jump right here, then maybe send out the punting unit. I don't think so. It's Riddle under center, takes the snap, pitches it left. Wilcox gets the first down out to the 45-yard line. And that will move the chains for the red team.
He hadn't had a carry in quite a while.
Well, pretty good time for him to get back into the game and in a good way.
Gave him 6 yards on the play. He's got 9 carries, 30 yards now.
That 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 from the 45 for the red team, and it's Riddle under center. He was talking to his 2 backs, both behind him, and each one set apart by about a yard. Riddle takes the snap, looks to pass over the center, looking for Belisle, and it is incomplete. Belisle got hit hard, and he is down on the field. Getting back up, though. Well, it's good to see. He came down on the field hard after the collision. He'll just run to the sideline and run it off a little bit. Boy, oh boy. As soon as he went up, you knew it was a gamble on his part. But didn't quite win it, and incomplete pass. Just glad to see he's okay. 2nd down and 10 now for the red team from the 45. They'll try it again. This time Riddle lines up in a shotgun formation, 2 receivers each side of the line. Man in motion from the left to the right. Riddle takes the snap. He's under pressure immediately. Gets through one defender, but he is caught by the 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, he got slowed down enough that he could not outrun the other 2.
Good job by the defense there. Put him down at the 42 of the red side of things. Big loss there. 3rd down.
12-yard loss.
And 22. Long way to go now for the red team. 2:23 left in the 3rd quarter. Austin Riddle again is ready in the shotgun formation, hoping for a little bit more blocking this time. Gets the snap, defense right on him again. Riddle dancing, throws, hit as he throws. It's up in the air and incomplete, just over the hand, the outstretched hand of Cooper Conway of Menominee. Riddle stood in there for a long time, right to the last second before he threw. Falls incomplete. 4th down and 23 for the red team, and this is one where you would think they're going to kick this one back to the black side. Is it Riddle staying out there to kick? Unless they're going to go with something a little different, maybe a fake.
Well, that's what they want him to think.
Well, Riddle will kick this one. Blocked is the kick, though, and it is recovered. Still loose. Then the black team picks it up down to the 15-yard line. It looked like they downed it at about the 30, but it squirted loose. The block punt ends up as the black team's football right down to the 15.
Number 9, 8 or 9?
I think it was number 8. Trevor Simon of Marquette.
It is Marquette.
Nice job by Trevor Simon, though, to get that one. And now black team with a big opportunity, up by 6 right now, 34-28, to extend that lead and really put themselves in the driver's seat as we approach the 4th quarter. Jacob Davey blocking for Dryden Nelson on the right side as Nelson runs and gets to about the 10 before he's taken down. 5 yards on the run.
I don't know how often Riddle punted in high school. That might have been a low punt, and
it was. And I can tell you right now, Austin Riddle was not the punter.
Yeah, I just listened to a few games, and I don't remember seeing him punt. 5 yards for Nelson.
Second down and 5 for the black team coming up. Nelson gets the handoff right side. He's got room. Touchdown. Black team. Dryden Nelson again.
10-yard touchdown run.
And it's 40-28. Black team up by 12.
1:03 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, this is where it starts to get interesting, because now you've got the black team that scored twice in succession.
Well, Dryden Nelson has scored 3 times here in the third quarter, and once in the first half.
So I guess it'd be 3 times in succession, excuse me. Dryden Nelson exerting his force here. Extra point on the way. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 41-28. Black team has taken control of the game. The red team looking to answer. 1:03 to go before the quarter break. Tell you, this game is brought to you by the Elder Agency in Marquette, the area's only full-service insurance and real estate provider. Learn more at elderagency.com. Also for Peninsula Glass, the only locally owned and operated glass repair replacement shop in the area, specializing in auto, residential, and heavy equipment. Visit peninsulaglassandAutoSales.com. 1:03 to go in the third quarter. 41-28. Black team up on the red team here. Red team got to think they got to respond here just to get some momentum and some confidence back on their side. Plenty of time to do it. We've seen a lot of quick scoring in this game, so it's not like they're out of the game by any means, but they're in a position where you know that they got to get something next. If they give up, if the next touchdown goes to the black team, then that might be all she wrote. Kicking off for the black team is Jesse Duran, and to receive for the red team, Desmond Mullen and Toby Wilcox. Mullen's going to take the kick. Fielded it inside the 20. Now he runs upfield, gets some space, out to the 45. Good return from Desmond Mullen. Sets up the red team with decent field position. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. They'd love to get one before the fourth. We'll see if they can do that here coming up. Cam Kelly out there acting quarterback for the red team. We've seen him kind of trade drives with Austin Riddle. This will be Kelly's turn. He's under center.
Mullen's been a good returner today.
And now the handoff to
Wilcox.
Wilcox didn't really get anywhere. Got back to, didn't quite get back to the line. A yard short of it, so -1 in the book, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Half a minute remaining in the third quarter. 2nd and 11 coming up for the red team here. Two receivers, both on the left side as Kelly goes under center. Kelly looks to pass, a lateral left side, not going to be a double pass this time. Spin move and diving out to midfield on the reception.
Nazer, Alex Nazer.
North Central, another one of the 8-man players that we have in the game. And that ends the third quarter of play. We're going to take a break and come back with a fourth. Stick around. You're listening to the UP Football All-Star Game. Quarter of the UP Football All-Star Game. Right now 41-28. The black team has the lead over the red team. Tyler Young and Bob Netto along with you here. And yeah, warm inside the dome, but boy, we've had a good game so far. Black team, though, starting to take a little bit more control in this one. We'll see how it goes here in the fourth, whether they continue that. The red team, though, with the football, 3rd and 5, right at midfield. They try to get something back on the scoreboard here and get a little momentum to swing their way. We'll get going shortly here. They have a little, they got to redistribute the footballs, I guess. Just about set now. There's the whistle ready for play. 1 quarter left in the All-Star game. Who will come out on top? The red team or the black team? The red team has the football. Kelly takes the snap. Throw right side for Belisle is out of his reach. Not Belisle, rather, but Brady Badker of Menominee. So 4th and 5 now. 5 seconds came off the clock, so 14:55 to go in the 4th. Down 41-28. Do you, I mean, I think you got to go for it here, right?
Not a punt team. Only 1 player came out.
Well, let's see what they can get. And at midfield, if they don't get this, you give the black team very good field position. Cam Kelly under center. 2 receivers split to his left in Belisle and Jermu. Snap taken, given to Belisle. Belisle running left side. He has got the first down across the 45 to the 41. Well executed play there under pressure. And it's first down and 10. Ball at the 41. Red team in opposing territory now.
9-yard reception.
Red team coming back to the line with Kelly as the quarterback. I mean, again, between Cam Kelly and Austin Riddle, they've been very good in terms of throwing the football. But they've been alternating possessions, and it comes down to Cam Kelly right now in a pretty important time of the game. Kelly takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drops back to pass. A lot of defenders right on him, and he's going to be taken down behind the line at the 44.
By the way, Belisle's catch was his 6th for 123 yards.
So that's an average of just over 20 yards a catch?
Looks like it. Looks like about 20 and a half.
That's the kind of an average that gets you into an All-Star game. I mean, if you can show it off in the All-Star game, that's even better.
3 yards on the sack, lost on the sack.
2nd and 13 at the 44 for the red team. Kelly throws it right side. He's got his receiver spinning off the defender and finally tackles Alex Nazer of North Central. Got out across the 40 to the 39. .13:08 to go here in the 4th.
5 yards on that catch.
So 3rd down and 8 to go. But again, certainly 4 down territory here. It's not like if they don't get this, they're not going to try the 4th down. An eye is behind Kelly. Kelly takes the snap. No, he's under pressure now, and he is tackled at the 49 on the opposite side of the field.
That's the 2nd sack in this set of downs. You might want to reconsider whether you're going to punt now.
Well, one thing that we have seen, this red team in the second half has struggled in terms of protecting the quarterback. Austin Riddle got hit a couple times. Now you see Cam Kelly brought down for a loss of yardage. That's something that has cost them in the second half. Because again, going into halftime, they led 28-21.
Loss of 12 yards on that play.
And it's now 41-28. Fourth down and 20. Red team has the work cut out for them here, and they're ready to see what they can do. Kelly takes the snap again, heavy pressure, gets the throw away, and Belisle with a catch. Pushing forward, it's a first down, I believe.
Yeah.
They're going to give it to him. Down to the 30. What a play, Belisle with a great reception. And from very dire circumstances to ones that look pretty good now for the red team as they get closer to the end zone. 1st and 10.
21 yards on that play.
And they got it to the 30.
Brings his average up a little. 144 catches 144 yards.
I was going to say 144 catches.
Yeah,
he's good, but
yeah, I abbreviated.
here's Kelly again in the air, left side. It is intercepted.
Oh.
Tried to find Belial, but the defender was right there. Great coverage from the black team, and it was Marcus Boza Westwood. Who else?
A bad place to catch it, though.
Well,
I'm just joking. But
right.
Black's got to start at their own 2-yard line.
Well, they started their own 1, I think.
Well,
maybe the 2.
Scoreboard says 2.
Not that it's much better than the 1, but great interception though from Bose. He saw the route. He undercut it a little bit at the right time. Belial's good at making catches, but there was no way he was getting that one.
No, Bose almost had one earlier in the game.
He did, yeah, that's right. He did have one, I think, earlier in the game in the end zone.
Okay, that's right. But he missed that.
Right. He missed one very close. He's got 1 interception. He should have had 2. Now he's got 2 and should have 3. And we've got a whistle and a timeout that'll be called by the black team. Not a bad time to take with 11:03 to go in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 from your own 2-yard line. Maybe you want to make sure you're all on the same page. Because again, if you give up a safety here, which would not be good, but it gives the red team 2 points, then it's an 11-point game. And that's, I mean, not that it's a ton more doable than 13, but it's certainly better for the red team, and then the red team would get the ball back. So make sure you got your blocking assignments down as you get ready for this 1st and 10. And I'm sure that's what George Neamy and Jeff Olson are saying. Make sure you block your man and you do well about it, because black team's in a position right now where they control what happens in the rest of this game, but they don't want to give that up unnecessarily. 11:03 to go in the 4th quarter. 41-28. Black team over the red team. Black team with the football. 1st and 10 at their own 2.
Beckman at quarterback.
He's under center, and he will take the snap. It's a handoff right up the middle, and they're just going to push their way forward to about the 5. Gives them some breathing room.
Number 61.
That's Tommy Yudd of Gogebic, and specifically Bessemer of that co-op. He's one that we saw catch a pass in the first half, and I remember seeing 61 catching a pass. I thought, is that, I don't think that's how they drew it up, but like you said, in an 8-man football team, that might well be your tight end type of player. 2nd and 7 coming up from the 5. Black team of the football. Dryden Nelson takes the snap directly, runs it over to the right side, gets some space out to the 10 before he's hauled down. So 5-yard gain there. It's going to be 3rd and 2. And I think that might be a good idea from here on out. If you're the black team, Dryden Nelson is going to be your guy in a big way. Get him the football, tell him to stay in bounds, and let the clock run as much as he can.
12 carries, 135 yards for Nelson.
Or alternately to what I said earlier, give him the football, let him run, and if he breaks one for a touchdown, even better, because we know he's capable of that. Beckman set under center, I formation behind him. There's the snap. It is a handoff to Udd, who fights for a yard. He's going to be close. I think he's going to have the 1st down. But we'll see what the official signal is. This is going to be a pretty close one, but I think he's got it. Yep, 1st down for the black team. Keeps them with the football, keeps the clock moving too. 41-28, black team up on the red team.
16th 1st down of the game for the black team.
9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. They've been good offensively. I mean, both teams have. The black team, especially in the second half, they've been on their game. Beckman under center. Again, it's a handoff. This will go to Nelson. Running right, or is that Nelson?
That was Nelson. And he got spun down on top of a player, so he got up and gained a little bit more. He wasn't actually down the first time.
I think it'll be borderline gain of 1, maybe nothing. They're going to spot him right there.
His second effort gave him the length of a football, maybe.
That's about it. It was a good fight, and again, like you said, he was spun down initially on top of a guy, so good on him to realize that and get back up and try to run. But the defense for the red team had him stopped up pretty well. But for the red team now, the clock feels like it's flying. Under 8 to go in the fourth quarter, 41-28, black team leading. Beckman took the snap, throws it left side. Nelson with a catch, and he's tackled. First down yardage at about the 27-yard line. Great reception there. First and 10 for the black team now at the 28 is where they'll put him.
So they gave him 16 yards on the reception.
Nelson with a catch. I think if I had to guess, one of the few passes we're going to see from the black team as we get further into this game.
He's got 128 yards on 4 catches.
There's the snap, black team, and right away hit at the 25. Ball is loose, and nice job to fall on that by Dawson DeLongchamp of Ishpeming. That's one of those that it could have been disastrous, but DeLongchamp jumped on it.
Yeah, and they've got DeLongchamp playing on offense here as a blocking back, and he made all UP as a linebacker.
It's one of those things that in the All-Star game you see a lot of the time guys are playing positions that they didn't necessarily play.
Okay, who fumbled it?
In high school. Well, that's the question, isn't it?
All right, team fumble.
I think it may have been maybe Connor Rintamaki of Newberry, but I couldn't tell you for sure. It's a quarterback that we have not yet seen in this game. One thing that helps, though, they have their home helmets. It was a yellow helmet.
Well, yellow would not be Newberry. Is that who you said?
Yeah.
They would be orange.
Well, it might have been. It was close. Either way, it was somebody. Team fumble, I guess, for the black team, and it's second down and 19. 6.5 to go here in the fourth quarter as a timeout was called. And we're getting back to it right about now. Black team, though, again, they're going to try to keep this clock moving as much as they can because up 41-28, they just got to run the clock down. Even if they can't get it to 0, if you can run it down enough, the red team's not going to have enough time to come back and score twice. Beckman is back under center now, or in the shotgun rather. He's got an up man under a guard. Now Beckman fakes the handoff to Nelson. He's going to run it himself on the left side. No, he'll throw a pass now. It is caught, pushed out of bounds right around the 35.
Was that Zach?
I think it was Zach Carlson, yes. It was Zach, both sides of that, on the throw and the catch. So third down now.
15 yards.
4 yards to go if they want a fresh set of downs, but not going to be an easy thing to do. The red team's defense has picked it up a little bit here in the fourth quarter as we've gone along.
6 catches, 125 yards for Zach Carlson.
Big third down opportunity here for the black team. Snap taken by Beckman. Rolls to his right. Throw is incomplete. Tried to find Carlson that time, but the throw was kind of spiked.
Yeah, he put it where no one else could catch it but his man, but
wow,
it was a little bit short.
Right, it ended up being where no one could catch it, period. It was right at the ground. If Carlson had come up with that pass, it would have been impressive, because it was right there. He would have had to reach his arm out and get a hand under it on the ground, but unable to do so, and it's 4th and 4. 6:23 to go in the fourth quarter. And the black team going to punt this one away.
Yeah, the punting team came out.
Big opportunity for the red team here now. Not a lot of time left, but we've seen some quick offense. The punt is on the way. Oh, nearly blocked. We got a foul running it. Oh, boy. They're going to let this one go. The ball will roll to the 20, the 19, and be down, but we got a foul, a flag on the...
Well, I think that's a running into the kicker, which would be 5 yards, and give him a first down.
I think you might be right, and I think it was tough because it sounded like maybe there was contact with the ball too. But
I almost thought it hit the ball. He hit it.
And it is running into the kicker. So a massive, massive let-off for the black team here. 5 yards on the penalty, and the yardage will give him the first down. They're going to... Well, there's a brief discussion there before they marked off the penalty, but yeah, first down for the black team. They get the ball back. That's one of those errors that is, it's costly, and even in an all-star game, it's going to hurt because you knew you had an opportunity to maybe come back. Now it's going to be a lot harder. First down, fresh set of downs for the black team to try and run the clock a little bit more. 6:13 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 41-28. Black team up on the red team here in the UP football all-star game. The best graduating seniors from last season coming together to play one last time. For a lot of these guys, the last game of organized football that they'll play. For some of them, they will be going on to play college, but a lot of them, this is it. So it is important. They do take it pretty seriously. Beckman gave it to...
He gave it to the first man through.
Who was that?
Udd.
Tommy, yeah, there we go. Fooled me. I'll give him that one. I was following Dryden Nelson longer than I should probably admit. But Udd with the carry got 4 yards, and it's second down.
Well, it's hard to get your arms around Udd.
Yeah, it is. He's a larger guy. He's a tight end type of player, like you said, and he's a weapon that can be, especially if you want short yardage and you just want to keep the clock running. Give it to him. Give it to Tommy Udd. He can do some work for you. This time it will be Nelson running on the right side after the handoff. Several cuts, gets him to midfield and a first down. He juked around 3 or 4 defenders on that run. And it's first down for the black team. Ball gets just across midfield to the 49. Approaching the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Black team up by 13 points, 41-28.
And Nelson's got 13 carries, 142 yards. He got some impressive numbers here.
He does, and
you look at this team here with Dryden Nelson and Zach Carlson. They are really, it's going to be hard to pick one of those guys. Which one?
Now we've got to carry up the middle, pushing for yardage. The pile just keeps moving upfield. Finally, the play is stopped at the 43-yard line. A good run there for the black team. I think, was that Udd again?
Yeah, I think so.
Once again, though, it's if you want to just use some time off the clock, give it to him, let him push forward. Even, I mean, if the defenders are going to stop him, but not quite stop him enough that they're going to stop the play, if he pushes forward a yard every second or so, that just keeps time coming off the clock. So why not? Second down coming up, 4 to go. And a timeout called by I think the black team. Yeah, timeout, black team. They didn't have the personnel out there they wanted to. So just under 4 to go in the UP All-Star game. 41-28. Black team up on the red team.
3:57 to go.
This game brought to you by Super One Foods Marquette and Nagani. Your hometown grocery store is safe at Super One Foods right in your neighborhood today. And for quality car care, Marquette County's only AAA approved auto repair facility with master certified technicians with over 75 years combined experience. Yeah, this game hasn't disappointed by any means. It's something I've been looking forward to for quite a while. I know, Bob, you've been looking forward to it as well.
And the scoreboard says they got no timeouts left.
I think for the black team, that's probably not as relevant as the red team. If the red team gets the ball back, they're going to want the 2 that they have remaining. But for the black team, 3:57 to go. If the clock keeps running, that's okay by them. Second and 4 from the opposing 43, black team of the football. Zach Beckman of Westwood goes under center. Beckman keeps it himself. A pitch out to Nelson, left side. Nelson cuts it back upfield, finding some room on the left, goes along the sideline. A block is made, and Nelson's going to get in. Touchdown, black team, and Dryden Nelson again finds pay dirt. Well, if he wasn't the MVP of the black team already, I think he just cemented himself in that position.
57 yards.
Makes it 47-28. And that all but shuts the door on a red team comeback. They'll try the extra point. It's Beckman getting ready to hold for Jesse Duran. They're going to need one more player out on the field, I think. Yep, there they go. So get that last lineman in place. Not that it really matters because you're not allowed to try to block these kicks, but Duran with a run up. The kick is up, and the kick is no good.
It was close.
Missed it left.
Yep. Yeah. It looked like, to me, like it was right over the top of the upright. Must have been just outside.
Yeah, that's why they stationed the two officials right under the uprights and not in the press box like us.
But if that had been high school goalposts, it would have been good because they're 9.5 feet wider.
That's right. Yeah. Well, the streak of making every point after was broken after that first half, but we had 6 made PATs in the first half.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things that you don't see a lot, and I think the law of averages came into play. We've seen a couple missed since then. 3:47 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 47-28. Black team up on the red team.
14 carries, 199 yards.
Yeah, I think
that
player of the game is going to go to Dryden Nelson.
Yep.
For the black team anyway. And
the second half he scored every touchdown.
And it looked for a while like maybe if they were going to give an entire the whole game player of the game, maybe Belial would have it, but I think Dryden Nelson might have won that one too. Kick is a short one, fielded at the 36-yard line, and a run up to the 45 before he is brought down. That was one of the up men, Kip Kangas. So red team starts first and 10 of their own 45. 3:40 to go. They need to make up 19 points if they want to tie this game. Would not be easy to do. But no, I mean, knowing these players, even if they can't tie the game, they want to make it as close as they can. They want to get a couple of touchdowns if they can. So we'll see how that goes. If we stay on the same trajectory as we had before, it'll be Austin Riddle at quarterback.
And if we stay on the trajectory we have in the last few years, this last 3 minutes and 40 seconds will probably take 45 minutes to play.
Well, it could. We're going to see probably quite a bit of passing from the red team here, I would expect, especially with Riddle under center and down 19 with 3:40 left. Riddle laterals at right side, caught by Jermu along the sideline, and he's brought down inbounds. And he got out to the 47 opposite field.
Yeah, that looked like a lateral to me. 7-yard run.
That was one that was for sure. We had a pretty good look at it, though, right down the line. The touchdown at the end of the second quarter was Austin Riddle with a lateral to Aiden Belisle, who then passed it to Justin Jermu. That's the one that we might want to look at again because it was close. But I think, like I said, in an all-star game, if it's close, you probably let it go. Riddle back to pass this time. 2 men right on him. They bring him down to the 40. Boy, oh boy, the red team's offensive line has really been, they've been lacking a little bit here in the second half. And once again, Riddle gets taken down for a loss.
Well, Riddle's how far back this time, but he was sacked -11 before and -12 in the third quarter. And then -4 also in the third quarter. So that's at least the 4th sack on him.
And Cam Kelly also, the red team's been sacked a couple times too.
He's been on his back too.
First half was pretty good. The offensive line held up all right, but it's been...
This one was -8.
Now we got a penalty on the play. Or not on the play, but before the play. And this will be a procedural penalty on the red team just to set him back a little bit more, I guess. So 3rd and 15 becomes 3rd and 20 with 2:11 to go here in regulation. Riddle set, shotgun formation with a man to his right in Wilcox. Riddle takes the snap, looks to pass, throws it left side. It's in the air. That's going to be intercepted. Marcus Bose once again. He had nobody around him. Bose returning it now across the 40. Now he's got room. He might want to make this a pick 6.
I think he
Bose,
does.
one man to beat. He is. Marcus Bose with a pick 6 for the black team.
Well, he's your pick as a defensive player.
No question. What's that, his 3rd interception?
Yeah.
There was another time in there that he came close.
Yeah, they picked the marker up off the field, so I can't tell exactly where he caught it.
I think it was right around the 30, if I had to guess.
Well, we'll give him a 70-yard touchdown.
But man, it was Riddle threw the pass, and you could tell it was just kind of a lob pass up there. But Marcus Bose, the defender, was all alone when he caught that thing, so it was not a good pass. 53-28, black team on top. They'll attempt the extra point, but what an interception and a return from Marcus Bose there. Waiting for the snap. Jesse Duran with the run up and the kick. That extra point is good. So we're at 54-28. Black team will kick off to the red team, and now it's, well, you're going to see some desperation plays from the red side here. Maybe they break out that double pass again.
They're going to have to put both quarterbacks out there. So the defense has to guess.
It's not a bad idea. I think you might as well. I mean, hey, late in the All-Star game, try some stuff. Why not? It's not like you got a ton to lose. Down 54-28 with 1:44 to go. See what they want to do, though. First, they got to receive the kick. Toby Wilcox of Kingsford will go back along with Desmond Mullen of Marquette.
And I think they'll kick this one along the ground.
You're probably right. Very few of the kicks we've seen today have actually flown all the way to the back men. And you see the setup here for the red team. The furthest players back, Wilcox and Mullen, are at their own 20. So it's not like they're expecting anything really deep. There's the kick. It's a line drive kick picked up at the 30 running and across the 40 to the 44. Decent return there. And we'll catch the number.
55.
That's not too bad there. Red team number 55 is Joe Gimbel of Menominee. So at the 45-yard line is where the red team will start. Minute 37 to go here in the fourth. (54-28). Red team just trying to get some points on the board for self-esteem purposes here in the second half. They have not scored in the second half. They were up 28-21 at halftime. And it's been all black team since then. Kelly takes the snap for the red team, throws it right side, intercepted at the 50. And now we might have another run back. Nope, it won't be. Tackled at the 35-yard line. Ron Robinson with the interception. That was one that, again, Kelly, he was under pressure, but he made a decision to throw that football when he should not have.
Well, I think the black team should begin taking knees and daring the red team to call a timeout.
I think that might be the game plan. If you are Joe Noah, the head coach of the red team, I mean, you probably call the timeouts. At this point, you're not going to come back, but it's an all-star game. Just saw the first handshake of the end of the game here across the lines. And there is the first knee that is taken. And I don't think we're going to see a timeout called by the red side.
By the way, thanks to all the officials who gave up their time today. The head official was John Holberg of Iron Mountain.
Yeah, it's something that, you know, all these guys that do this for, not only for football, but during the regular season for football, for basketball, for spring sports, everything going on. It's something that, you know, you need them. You need them, and they do a great job, too. You get to know them calling the games as well, and it's great to see some familiar faces out here in the Dome today. Second down, there's your knee, and they'll need one more before the game is over. But black team 54, red team 28, they have been dominant in the second half. They were down 28-21 at halftime, and they have scored 33 unanswered points here in the second half. There's the final snap, the kneel down, and the black team takes the win in the UP football all-star game 54-28 as the clock ticks down towards 0. They'll form the handshake lines, and for a lot of these players, that's the final few seconds of football they're going to play in their careers. For some of them, they're going on to play in college, but tell you what, none of them are going to forget this game. It was explosive at times. Offensively, the defenses came into it a little bit more in the second half, but 54-28, black team defeats the red team. We're going to take a break and come back with our post-game analysis. Stick around. You're listening to the UP Football All-Star Game.